What's up, everybody? Vic Play-by-Play here. We are live for day 2 of the NBA playoffs. Today, we are covering the Thunder versus the Portland Trailblazers. It'll be a road game for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And now it's going to be a very, very interesting matchup. Not saying that yesterday's matchups were good. Yesterday, if you guys were here, if not, we covered the first game of the NBA playoffs for 2019, which was the Brooklyn Nets visiting the Philadelphia 76ers. So that was a great matchup between those two teams, and Nets ended up pulling off a stunning victory on the road. So that was a really fun matchup. So I am back again, guys, back-to-back days, super pumped that the NBA playoffs are here. And now today we're covering an even more exciting matchup for me is the Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Portland Trailblazers. You have so many guys, so many storylines that can kind of go into this matchup. I mean, first off, you have the stars for each team. Each team has guys that can create their own shot, that can just do stuff like off the dribble, pick and roll. For Thunder, you have Mr. Triple-Double and Russell Westbrook just doing it all for his team. Again, averaging for the third straight season. It's almost as if we're getting used to it. Like the I guess, how would you describe it? Almost like that feeling of of shock when he first did it, 3 years ago when he won MVP and he averaged a triple-double. I was amazed. It's like I couldn't believe somebody actually was able to average a triple-double just like Oscar Robertson did, and then boom, he does it for a second year, and then the kind of, the buzz kind of wears off, and now it's third year. You're like, well, I mean, what else do you expect from a man this skilled and this talented in Russell Westbrook? So you know that he is going to be willing and always game to take on anybody as they match up against the Portland Trailblazers. I have RJ Severino. What's up, RJ? How you been, my man? I hope everything is well with you. Hopefully your weekend has been going by great. He's saying, hey, how's everything? It's going great for me, my man. I've been a little bit busy, but I was able to do the last Laker game of the season, and then now just doing the playoff games. Dude, I am pumped, even though the Lakers aren't in it, but I still am a fan of basketball through and through, so I enjoy watching any type of NBA basketball. So, I mean, what better matchup than today where we have Russell Westbrook and Paul George going up against CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard of the Portland Trailblazers. It is going to be a fun series. Just a couple of facts that I saw is that both teams are actually looking for their first playoff win, like basically winning their first playoff series since 2016. So both teams have been struggling over the last 3 years. But now we know one of these teams is going to get their first victory in the playoffs since 2016. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder with their team that is just the chemistry that they work with Paul George, Steven Adams, and Russell Westbrook? Or is it going to be the Portland Trailblazers trying to make a run in the playoffs, trying to prove to everybody that they have the talent, they have the ability to make it deep and challenge those tough teams like the Denver Nuggets and the Golden State Warriors? We will see as they're showing the starting lineups. We have Russell Westbrook at the point guard, Terrence Ferguson at the shooting guard, Paul George at small forward, Jeremy Grant at the power forward, and at center, Steven Adams for the Oklahoma City Thunder. As for the Portland Trailblazers, we have Damian Lillard at the point guard. We got CJ McCollum at the other guard. We have Maurice Harkless at the small forward, Al-Farouq Aminu at the power forward, and Enes Kanter, the free agent that was picked up later on in the year, at the center position. They are in Portland at the Moda Center, and it's going to be OKC in their blue away jerseys, while the Portland Trailblazers are in their home white jerseys. This Moda Center is one of the toughest places to win, but it was not a problem for Oklahoma City Thunder in the regular season as they won 4-0 in the season series. So we have Enes Kanter, Steven Adams, former teammates, ready to face off. They're ready for the tip. Portland fans are ready for the tip. I'm ready, guys. Let's do this tip off. And the ball goes to the Oklahoma City Thunder. So now Russell Westbrook and the Thunder will have first possession. Crowd already into it, throwing a few boos at Russell Westbrook's way. Has a nice little lob right up to Steven Adams, but he's not able to finish. And now Portland has possession of the ball. They're trying to get on the board as a deep three by Lillard, and he opens up the scoring for Portland right from the Moda Center logo. Must have been about 35 or 35 plus feet. What a way to start it off by Damian Lillard on that play. So now the score is 3-0. Here comes Paul George. George going to his right, feels the contact, gets rejected by the swarming defense of Portland. Now here comes CJ, bounce pass right over to Cantor. Cantor not able to finish the layup. Loose ball, but Russell Westbrook's able to obtain the possession as Paul George attacks the basket. Ball's knocked out of his hands, goes out of bounds. What a play right here. Look at Damian Lillard from deep, about 8 feet behind the three-point line, pulls up like it's nothing, and he buries the three ball. The score is still 3-0. Here comes George off the screen, knocks down that mid-range jumper. Flush. The score is now 3-2. Portland is up by 1. What a start. A minute into this game, we've already got a lot of action between these two teams. You got Russell Westbrook guarding Damian Lillard. Such a good matchup we're going to see in this series. Portland moving the ball really well. Here comes Aminu trying to cross-court pass that one, but George comes up with the steal. George actually leading the NBA in steals with about 2+ steals a game as George kicking it out to Grant. Now Grant takes 2 steps off balance, gets the blocking foul called against Aminu. Couldn't knock down the shot, but Grant will go ahead to the free throw line to knock down the first 2 free throws of the game for the Oklahoma City Thunder. A minute and a half into this game, and both teams just trying to get to their spots and try to put it on the other team as Grant, who averaged 13.6 points per game, which was a career high for him this year as he knocks down the first free throw. He's also a 71% free throw shooter as he's tied this game up, trying to give the lead to Portland. Actually, lead to OKC, and he's knocked down the second free throw. The score is 4-3. OKC is up by 1. OKC ended the year 49-33 with a 6th seed in the West, while the Portland Trailblazers went on a nice little run and got to 53-29 as CJ tried to split between defenders, ended up getting called by the foul for the reach-in by the Oklahoma City Thunder. So, 14 seconds on the shot clock for Portland. They'll go ahead and inbound the ball. Harkless ready to inbound it. Giving it right off to CJ McCollum. McCollum looking for a big playoff series as Lillard. Nice little hesitation. Step back. 3 ball. No, too strong, but Cantor's there. Offensive rebound, and he tips that one right back in. Second chance opportunities are going to be key in this series. Who's going to be able to defend that offensive rebound? We will see as the Portland Trailblazers have a 1-point lead, 5-4. Cantor trying to play some good defense on his former teammate Adams. Now he's going to go one-on-one again. Adams feels the contact, couldn't hit the floater, so it's going to be a foul on Enes Kanter. So now Adams going to the free throw line to knock down 2 more free throws. Terry Stotts, coach for the Portland Trailblazers, trying to have a discussion with the referee, saying, how was that a foul? Just trying to put his body right in front of him as they're showing the replay right now. Adams goes way off on that first free throw. Adams, a 50% free throw shooter. So now here comes Adams' second free throw, knocks down, splits the free throws, and now the game is tied 5-all. 9 minutes and 49 seconds left in this first quarter. Russell picks up Damian Lillard. He is going to try to go over every screen and stay right in front of Lillard because you know he can go off in any moment as Lillard finds CJ McCollum in the wing. CJ knocks down the second 3 ball for the Portland Trailblazers, making it a 3-point lead for Portland. Now Russell immediately gives it off to Adams, to Paul George. Pulls up, 3 ball, not gonna hit, but George gets his own miss. Now he drives it in, gets fouled hard, and he falls down. There's gonna be a foul called on the Portland Trailblazers. Paul George has to be very careful. He's got wraps all over his shoulders. He is actually, they're saying before the game, he is not 100% in this game. He's been dealing with some right shoulder soreness since the end of February. So we will see what happens as Paul George averaged 28 points per game in the regular season, which was actually second, just behind James Harden from the Houston Rockets, as George knocks down the first free throw. The score is 8-6. Portland is up by 2. George trying to cut it down to 1. Here comes PG. Knocks that one down. Goes perfect. The score is 8-7. 9 minutes left in this first quarter. As Damian Lillard crosses half court. Portland moving the ball around. Now Harkless finds Lillard in the corner. Guarded by Russell Westbrook. Now Driving baseline. Lillard goes up. Reverse. Nice little dish off the glass. Beautiful move by Damian Lillard. Had the opening. Drove it down all the way. And nice kiss off the glass on that reverse layup. Now here comes Steven Adams. Nice little pump fake move. Look at that footwork. Gets right by Enes Kanter to score that easy layup. The score is 10-9. Portland is up by 1. Here comes CJ. Nice little step to the side. 3-ball. Knocks it down. 2 3-balls for CJ McCollum. And it's a 4-point lead for Portland. Now here comes Ferguson. Kicking it out to Russell. Russell. Nice little bounce pass. And dish right over to Steven Adams, who rises up with one hand and dunks it down. 13-11. 2-point lead for Portland. Already so much action in these first few minutes of the first quarter for Portland and OKC as Damian Lillard going to his right. Kicking out to CJ. Good jab step. Got by his defenders. CJ gets the foul. Not able to hit the floater as it bounced 2 times off the rim. But CJ going to the free throw line to try to knock down 2 free throws. As they show the nice little screen and roll by Russell. Bounces it perfectly right over to Steven Adams. And Adams, all he's got to do is just go run right through any of the defense and dunk that one down. CJ knocks down the first free throw for the Portland Trailblazers. CJ averaged 21 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists this year. Also averaging 83% from the free throw line. As CJ increases the lead to 3. Can he make it 4-point lead for Portland? Yes, he does as he rattles the second free throw in. The score is 15-11. OKC is down by 4 with 8 minutes left in this first quarter. Russell picked up by Lillard. Going to his right, another beautiful screen and roll, and a same result, this time from the right side, and it leads to a floater by Steven Adams. The score is 15-13. Portland is up by 2. Here comes Lillard. Steven Adams falls to the floor. Portland's going to take advantage as Enes Kanter goes straight down the lane, and he gets the foul call. So now Kanter going to the free throw line. A lot of fouls already for both teams as a highlight, another screen and roll. Work to perfection. Russell Westbrook always finding his teammates, giving him the ball at the perfect place at the perfect time, giving him easy buckets. As Ferguson for the OKC Thunder is going to take a break in this first quarter as Kanter knocks down the first free throw. There's going to be a timeout on the floor. The score is 16-13. Timeout is by OKC. Portland is up by 3. Still plenty of time left in this first quarter. 7 minutes and 47 seconds left to go. As we go ahead and check back right here, it says RJ Severino. What's up, RJ? Saying a lot of ups. Dude, exactly. Like I was when I was doing the Brooklyn Nets and Sixers game. That game, like I mean, the Nets have a lot of talented players, but you know the Sixers just their offense is just such high power, so many weapons, but they just could not come up. Ben Simmons was coming up short on a lot of things. Only had 7 points, I believe. JJ Redick got fouled out. And then look, the Magic beating the Toronto Raptors. That game was super exciting. I only got to see the end when DJ Augustine knocked down that clutch 3 to win the game for them. That was a great game as well. And then San Antonio pulling off the victory in Denver against the second seed Denver Nuggets. So you're right, RJ. These playoffs seem like they're going to be really interesting. So I am intrigued to see which teams are going to come out from each of the series. We've already saw that I think Indiana lost to the Boston Celtics today. So the Celtics up by 1 game in their playoff series. We have this game, and I believe we have 2 more, which is going to be Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Bucks playing against the 8th seed Detroit Pistons, and then the last game of the night, Houston against the Utah Jazz. So it should be very fun to watch. Such a great time when you have 4 games in one day to watch basketball. It is just a great time. You just chill, lay back, and just enjoy beautiful basketball. As we're in a timeout break right now, Thunder currently down by 3 against the Portland Trailblazers. A lot of action so far. I mean, Lillard just starting this game off with a deep 3. And the way he was just able to pull up like nothing, like if he was like, all right, yeah, you could just tell that he's just trying to get calm, collected. He's trying to forget all of the results of past years' playoffs and just trying to get a victory and a playoff series win for his team, the Portland Trailblazers. I mean, so far, you got Paul George with 4 points. Again, he got hit really hard when he fell to the ground early on in the play, so we have to be very careful to see what happens to that right shoulder. I am pretty sure the Portland Trailblazers don't want to intentionally try to foul him and hit him hard, but it's got to be in the back of some players' minds. You have Jeremy Grant with 2 points. You got Steven Adams with leading scores with 7 points and 1 rebound. He's been able to get some nice little screen and roll action with Russell Westbrook. As for the Thunder, actually for the Trailblazers, the leading scorer is CJ McCollum, already knocking down 2 3 balls. You got Damian Lillard with 1 of them starting off the scoring. He's got 5 points. Then you have Enes Kanter with 3. And he's also got a nice offensive rebound. So that's going to be another key area to look at, is seeing, okay, which team is going to try to limit their turnovers and not allow each other to get the offensive rebound. I mean, during the regular season, the Blazers lost to the the Blazers actually lost to the OKC Thunder 4-0. But as you know, the playoffs are a different story. So we will see how this game plays out. Also, another thing that both teams are going to have to focus on is the 3-ball shooting. I mean, Thunder played really good defense when they faced off in the regular season against the Trailblazers, only allowing 28.5% from beyond the arc. So, if the Thunder can at least limit that by the Trailblazers, they can stay in this game. But so far, they've already made 3 3-pointers in this game, as Enes Kanter is at the free throw line to knock down 1 more free throw. Kanter, in 8 games, is a starter since Nurkic got injured. He's been averaging 18.1 points, 11.4 rebounds, and shooting 62% from the field. So Kanter has been a big help on the offensive end. Let's see if he can continue that in these playoffs. As Kanter knocks down both free throws, increases the Portland lead to 4. 17-13 is the score. Russell Westbrook bringing the ball down. Had a quiet night so far. Hasn't shot anything from the field as he finds in the corner. Shooter just checked into the game. Kicking out to George. George has 9 seconds of the shot clock. Nice little behind the back dribble. Feels some contact. Gets swatted by Harkless, who saves it from going out of bounds. Now, Portland Trailblazers bringing the ball up. Lillard, guarded by Russell, bounces it right over to Harkless. Now Harkless surveying the floor. Portland's got 13 seconds on the shot clock. Harkless going right at Grant. Kicking it out to Aminu. Now Aminu has some space, tries the floater, gets that one to fall. Great job by the Portland Trailblazers. The score is 19-13. Here comes Russ, backing down Lillard, trying to use his strength. Nice little fadeaway to the left. No, off the front of the rim. Too short on that one. 19-13 is the score. Blazers are up by 6. Less than 7 minutes to go as Lillard splits the defense. Look at the ball movement. CJ McCollum now driving in, kicking it out. Nobody around. Lillard in the corner. Buries the 3-ball from the left corner. 22-13 is the score. 9-point lead for Portland. Here comes George, driving it in. Tries to pass it out. Steal by Lillard. Now Lillard behind the back dribble, going on a 2-on-1. Gets the foul called. Lillard with his hands up, trying to pump this crowd up in Portland. Oh, man. He is doing it on both ends. Finding his teammates, knocking down threes, now getting the steals. Damian Lillard trying to show his impact and trying to will his team to show them, we are going to get our first playoff series win since 2016. Lillard already with 8 points. He's knocked down 2 3-balls. He's at the free throw line now. MVP chance starting as he rims the ball in and out on that first free throw attempt. Oh, man. So now the score is still 22-13. 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in this first quarter as Lillard knocks down the second free throw, goes 1 for 2, making it a 10-point lead. Before I even said anything, Lillard averaged 91% from the free throw line in the regular season as Westbrook has the ball, giving it right off to Grant. Grant got the smaller Lillard on him. Let's see if he takes advantage of the mismatch. Instead, he kicks it out to Westbrook. Westbrook right back to Grant. Grant getting guarded and swarmed. Double team comes over, gets knocked to the ground, so it's going to be a foul against the Portland Trailblazers. Blazers are in the bonus for the remainder of these 6 minutes of the first quarter, while OKC will just have to go ahead and take these free throw shots, or it's going to be an out-of-bounds play, but it seems like it's going to be shooting foul. So it's going to be shooting foul for Jeremy Grant, so he is at the free throw line. Grant, 71% free throw shooters. He knocks down the first free throw. Portland doing a good job moving the ball around, trying to get around the defense of the Oklahoma City Thunder. I mean, Thunder, one of the best defenses in the NBA. I mean, they allowed only 10.5 fast break points in the regular season against the Trailblazers. So the Blazers are going to have to look out for that and try to get every opportunity they can on fast break and transition, as the score is 23-15. As Grant knocked down both free throws. CJ from the corner knocks down another one. Portland is feeling it from beyond the arc. CJ has 3 3-pointers. 26-15. Look at Rusk with the Euro step. Gets rejected by his former teammate Cantor. Here comes Lillard in transition, trying to find his teammates. McCollum with the jab step. Thought about the 3 ball. He's got some space. Another one. No, not able to hit, but Cantor's there. Offensive rebound and a reverse layup to finish it off. Timeout by Billy Donovan. He is frustrated with how this defense has been playing. 28-15 is the score. 13-point lead for the Portland Trailblazers. They are knocking down the 3 ball, and if they're not knocking down shots, Enes Kanter is there. Look at that. Shooter trying to box out. Now Grant trying to box him out. Neither one could help. Enes Kanter with 2 offensive rebounds and 2 second chance opportunities for the Portland Trailblazers. What a start for the Blazers, now with a 13-point lead over the Oklahoma City Thunder. 5 minutes and 37 seconds left as we go to a timeout break. Woo! What action that we are already seeing between these two teams. I mean, I was super pumped that I knew that. I was like, okay, which series am I going to choose? Oh, man, I just didn't know if it was going to be, which one was going to catch my eye, which one's going to be more intriguing. But this Oklahoma City Thunder and Portland Trailblazers, I mean, either team can make it past. Oh, we will see who takes this game. It's still very early. Still a lot of time left. 5 minutes and 37 seconds left. You guys let me know in the chat who you think is going to take this series. Is it going to be the Portland Trailblazers? Is it going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder? I mean, who's going to take this game? I mean, it can go either way. I mean, Brooklyn and Philly, they went back and forth, but Brooklyn was in control the majority of the time. But, whew, we will see what happens in the remainder of this game. Let me go ahead and take a nice little sip of water. Oh, man. Lillard and CJ McCollum are feeling it from downtown. CJ already with 3 3-pointers. Damian Lillard with 2 already. Both of them are the only Blazers that have knocked down 3 balls. They're 5 for 6 so far. While OKC, they have not knocked down 1 3-pointer in this first quarter so far. Lucky for them, they still have plenty of basketball left to play in this game to try to catch up. Lillard is just doing it all right there. That was a beautiful, beautiful play where he kind of drove it in, kicked it out to CJ McCollum. Then McCollum drives it into the lane. And what Lillard does is move so well without the basketball. Got away from his defender, got to his spot in the corner on the left side, and waited for CJ McCollum to pass it right back to him. And that's exactly what happened. Led to another 3 ball by Portland Trailblazers. Portland trying to send a message early to these Oklahoma City Thunders, trying to show them that, you know what? You beat us 4-0 in the regular season. We didn't win 1 game, but the playoffs are a completely different story. And we're also going to have to take into account how Paul George is feeling, because from what I've read from reports is that he is not 100% dealing with some right shoulder soreness. So we will see how this plays out. You know, how many minutes is he going to play? But he said as soon as the game started, he was going to be available to play. So let's see what Paul George, because Paul George was very, very effective against the Portland Trailblazers, averaging 38 points, 10.5 rebounds, and 5.5 assists in 4 games versus Portland this year. So let's see if he has that same kind of impact against these Portland Trailblazers in the playoffs. But you can already see the defense that they're playing on Russell Westbrook and Paul George. They're just trying to swarm, making it tough, making it uncomfortable, forcing the ball out of their hands. And it is working so far for the Portland Trailblazers. So now we have the game coming back on. Here comes Russell Westbrook, bringing the ball up. He's guarded by Damian Lillard, trying to find Steven Adams. Now Adams near the post, trying to work on his former teammate Enes Kanter. Kanter bodying him up. Nice little footwork. Loses the ball. He gets it right back. Still in the paint. Gets that floater to fall. Good work by Steven Adams to kind of just stay with the ball. trying to just get Cantor out of the way. Pump faked and got that floater to fall. So the score is 28-17. Portland is up by 11. 5 minutes left in this first quarter. We have Evan Turner in the game for the Portland Trailblazers. Now Turner going to his right. Nice little behind the back dribble. Kicks out to Cantor. Cantor pulls the trigger on a three, but it's way to the right. So now Shooter for the OKC Thunder has the rebound, giving it right off to Russ. Russ, nice little inside-out dribble. Finds Schroeder. Schroeder with the pump fake. Gets by his defender. Pulls up. Mid-range jumper. Not able to hit, but Grant is there to clean up the mess as he gets an offensive rebound for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 28-19 is the score. 9-point lead for Portland. Here comes Evan Turner on the right side, guarded by Schroeder. Now he's going to take him one-on-one. Bounce the ball. Ball bounces off someone's foot. Now here comes the Thunder. In transition, Russ finds Paul George. Paul George gets the ball stripped. Couldn't adjust in midair. So now here comes Portland trying to take advantage. Here comes CJ. Splits the defenders. Goes up. Misses the layup. But look who's there again. No surprise. Enes Kanter with another offensive rebound and a tip in. 30-19 is the score. 11-point lead. Russell Westbrook pulls up. 3-ball. No, not able to find that range. Now actually Thunder come up with the ball. Evan Turner has it, guarded by Russell. Now Lillard, another deep 3-ball. Oh, no surprise again. Damian Lillard, 35+ feet. Another 3-ball knocks down. Here comes Russell going right by the defense, speeding through. Nobody picked up and stopped the ball. And he gets to the rim and knocks down an easy layup. 33-21 is the score. Portland is up by 12. Look at this beautiful play. There's already a mismatch. For some reason, Steven Adams is on Damian Lillard. Gets free. Knocks down the deep 3-ball. And Damian Lillard is out to send a message to this Thunder team that they are not going to stop him. As Portland has the ball. Moving the ball really well. Look at the nice find by Enes Kanter right over to Aminu. And Aminu gets fouled hard by Steven Adams. So Aminu headed to the free throw line to try to knock down 2 more free throws. The score remains 33-21. Look at this. Starts off with CJ and then Kanter. Nice little pump fake. Goes right at Paul George. And right under the arm of Paul George, he passes it off to Aminu. Great vision by Enes Kanter. Aminu in the regular season ended up averaging 87% from the free throw line. As he knocks down the first free throw. He also averaged 9.4 points and 7.5 rebounds per game in the regular season. As game 2 is going to be Tuesday at Portland again, as CJ McCollum going to take a break. He had a great first quarter, knocking down multiple 3-balls, as well as attacking the rim and kicking out to his teammates. So we have a few substitutions for both teams. We have Seth Curry coming in for Portland. Let's see what kind of an impact Seth Curry is going to have for the Portland Trailblazers. Pretty sure they want him to use his ability to knock down 3-balls. As we see Paul George getting wrapped up on that right shoulder. So that is not good news for the Thunder. As Aminu knocks down both free throws. The score is 35-21. 14-point lead for the Portland Trailblazers as Russell Westbrook, guarded by Aminu. Russ kicking it out right over to Raymond Felton, who just checked in. Felton trying to feed it into Grant. Now Grant, nice little footwork. Nice ball movement by the Thunder. Leads to Raymond Felton trying a 3-ball, but he's not able to get that one to drop. As Kanter gets the rebound, falls to the floor. Still manages to give it off to Lillard. Now Lillard, nice little handles right there. Behind the back. Splits the defenders. Kanter has it. Finding Rodney Hood. Hood for 3. Buries another one. That 3-ball has just been falling for every single Portland Trailblazer. Now here comes Russ. Kicking out to Felton. Felton driving baseline. Kicking it out. Now here comes Schroeder. Pulls the trigger. Schroeder not able to knock it down. OKC is struggling from beyond the arc. Well, Portland Trailblazers trying to take advantage and knock down as many as they can. Now here comes Lillard. Gets the pass from Rodney Hood. No, too strong on that 3-ball attempt. This Moda Center was about to explode if Lillard knocked down that 3-ball. Now here comes Russ. Trying to go by every defender. Dishes it right off to Adams. And Adams with that vintage floater over the defense. And he knocks that one down. 38-23 is the score. 15-point lead for the Portland Trailblazers. 2 minutes left in this first quarter. Seth Curry with the ball, waiting for the screen, going to his right. Now he's got the double team around him. Finds Cantor. Cantor, top of the key, mid-range. Not able to get that one to drop as Russell Westbrook pulls down the rebound. Now Westbrook going right at Aminu. Nice little footwork. Passes it off. Right onto Grant. Under the basket. Who gets rejected by Aminu? But the Thunder still have the ball. Westbrook has it. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Westbrook thinking about pulling the trigger. He's got Aminu right in front of him. This time he does. 3-ball in and out on that attempt. And Cantor with another rebound, keeping it away from Steven Adams. Now Seth Curry with the ball, waiting for his team to come down the floor. Curry, nice little screen and roll with Cantor. Cantor finding Hood. Another corner 3. And it's not going to count because it's an offensive foul on the Portland Trailblazers. And that would have counted, would have been brutal. As there's going to be substitutions for the Thunder. As we see a replay right here of Lillard splitting the defense. The ball just goes right to the hands of Cantor. And Cantor again. Good find to Rodney Hood in the corner. Hood going to be one of those X factors as Cantor takes a seat for the first time. He has 8 points and 8 rebounds in this first quarter. He's already going for the double-double in the first few minutes of this first quarter. Portland giving him a standing ovation. 38-23 is the score. Portland is up by 15 points with 1 minute and 6 seconds left in this first quarter. We have Shooter going around the screen. Shooter, nice little floater. Felt the defender right behind him. Waited for him to kind of feel the contact. Knocks down that floater easy. 38-25 is the score. 13-point lead for the Portland Trailblazers. Here comes Damian Lillard going around the screen. Lillard has some space, goes right to the hole, but he's not able to finish on that layup. Now here comes Paul George in transition. Knows there's a mismatch. Finds Schroeder. Schroeder not able to knock it down, but look at Nerlens Noel flying in, and he didn't complete that tip in. Now here comes Hood, giving it right off. Brandon Leonard ended up thinking about trying the 3, but now he's going to pull it back, trying to find one of his guards. Giving it right off to Lillard. Now Lillard finds nice little screen roll. Look at Myers Leonard trying to jam it down on Noel. Instead, there's going to be a foul on the floor. So now Myers Leonard going straight to the free throw line to knock down 2 free throws as Lillard is holding his face. Hopefully he's not injured in any way. It seemed like he might have gotten hit in the face. I'll have to check out the replay. 20 seconds left on the game clock. Shot clock will be off. As Myers Leonard trying to put Nerlens Noel on a poster, but couldn't do it as Leonard misses the first free throw. Let's see this replay right here. And it ended up being after the layup that Damian Lillard missed. He ended up getting hit by the elbow of an Oklahoma City defender. It actually ended up being Nerlens Noel who elbowed him right in the face as Leonard knocks down the second free throw. 39-25 is the score. 14-point lead for the Portland Trailblazers as Damian Lillard is on the bench. 16 seconds on the game clock. Shot clock is off. Paul George has the ball. OKC will have the last shot of this first quarter. Paul George, guarded by Rodney Hood. Gets a screen. Still has Hood in front of him. Drives down the lane. Kicking it out. Markieff Morris. Nice little spin move. Buzzer's about to go down. Couldn't hit the fadeaway jump shot. And that will be the end of the first quarter. Action-packed first quarter as the Portland Trailblazers taking a commanding 14-point lead in the game 1 of this Western Conference playoff series as we go to a quarter break. Lot of action that we are seeing with these two teams. Man, whoo! This is intense between these two teams. As we have go in the chat, Slobby Nick saying this actually isn't bad. Hey, Slobby Nick, thanks so much for coming into the chat, my friend. Thank you for listening. Dude, this game is intense, dude. 14-point lead. I mean, Damian Lillard coming out, guns blazing. I feel like I say that every time, but my goodness. As soon as Portland got their first possession, he pulled up from about 38 feet. It was legit about 8 to 10 feet away from the three-point line, and he buried it like nothing. Like, it feels like, yep, it's just this is nothing to me. And Portland just came out on fire from 3-ball. In that first quarter, they went 7 for 10, and it was basically 3 from CJ, 3 from Lillard, and 1 from Rodney Hood. My goodness, this is the reason why they have a lead. While the OKC Thunder tried 6 trays, could not knock 1 down. So we will see if that improves in any way as the second quarter will begin in the next few minutes. Pretty intense stuff between these two teams. I mean, Both teams have very skilled starters. You have CJ and you have Lillard. You have Cantor right now, who's 8 rebounds already. He's got multiple offensive rebounds. But I mean, to me, it's going to be, the key is going to be, okay, not going to be the star players. It's going to be who of the teams has a better bench. You know, who can minimize on those turnovers, those mistakes. Those are going to be the keys in this playoff series, because both teams can truly make it out of this round. But I am just excited that we're seeing some great basketball played by these two teams. And I mean, CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard coming out strong, sending a message to these Thunder, letting them know that, you know what, we are not going to lose another playoff series. Last year, they were swept by the New Orleans Pelicans. They do not want to get swept again. It's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out in the second quarter. I'm already jumping ahead. Guys, we're in a quarter break right now. First quarter just ended. Score was 39-25. Lillard leading the... Actually, not Lillard. Actually, let's see who the box scored. Yeah, Lillard ended up leading the way by 12 points. CJ right behind him with 11 points. Then you had Enes Kanter. He has 8 rebounds. 3 of them offensive rebounds, leading to second chance opportunities. It is unbelievable, because that is another key stat that we're going to have to take into consideration, is that how many offensive rebounds are you going to allow? You know, how many second chance opportunities? You know, the Thunder have really good defense, and they might stop the Blazers from, you know, in transition or a fast break, but can you stop them from getting offensive rebounds? So far, has not worked, as Kanter already has 3 offensive rebounds and second chance opportunities. Now, for the OKC, leading scorer, Steven Adams, getting a lot of screen and roll action with Russell Westbrook. He's dishing it right off to him. He has 11 points with 2 rebounds, while Russell Westbrook, having a quiet night so far, he's got 2 points in the game, but 4 assists and 1 rebound. You know that Russ can erupt in any moment of this game. So we got the broadcast coming back on. Action should be underway. So now we have Portland Trailblazers with the first possession of this second quarter. Evan Turner has the ball. We have Evan Turner, Rodney Hood, Leonard. We have Collins and Seth Curry for the Portland Trailblazers. So now here comes Turner. And actually, Rodney Hood pulling up, top of the key. Too strong on that mid-range shot. Nerlens Noel with the rebound. Giving it right off to Shooter. Shooter, nice little hesitation. Gets rejected. But there's going to be a whistle on the floor, as we see Russell Westbrook on the bench. He's also wrapped up with his knees. They're working on his left hand as well, as Paul George is on the floor for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Shooter, who got fouled, is at the free throw line. Knocks down the first free throw. Shooter has been a good addition to this Thunder team, especially coming off the bench. Shooter averaging 15.5 points, 4.1 assists, and 3.6 rebounds a game this regular season, as well as 82% from the free throw line, but he misses the second one. Loose ball, but Rodney Hood saves it from going out of bounds. 39-26 is the score. 13-point lead for the Portland Trailblazers in this second quarter. Paul George, Markieff Morris, Raymond Felton, Shooter, and Noel on the floor for the Oklahoma City Thunder, as Shooter picks up Rodney Hood. Hood trying to use his height advantage, gets to the rim, couldn't knock down the floater. Ball goes out of bounds, but the last touch will be Nerlens Noel. So it's going to stay with the Portland Trailblazers. 14 seconds on the shot clock for them, as they keep checking out the left hand of Russell Westbrook. Hopefully that does not affect his gameplay in this series against the Portland Trailblazers, as we have Evan Turner backing down. Raymond Felton trying to go right by him. Ends up missing the opportunity, but tips it right back in off of his missed shot. Another second chance opportunity for the Trailblazers. 41-26 is a score. 15-point lead for the Portland Trailblazers, as Shooter goes around the screen. He's in the paint, gets rejected. This Portland Trailblazers team is swarming every defender, every offensive player of the Thunder that drives it in to the paint, as Turner, he's in the paint now himself. Fadeaway shot, not able to hit. Loose ball, but Paul George gets that ball now. He's bringing it up, pulls up in transition. 3-ball, not able to knock it down. And now Collins ends up saving that ball from going out of bounds and gives it right off to Evan Turner. 41-26 is the score. Paul George putting the pressure on Evan Turner. And now Collins has it, hands it right off to Hood. Now Hood, before he can even pass it off, foul away from the ball. foul was against Markieff Morris on Myers Leonard. So now Portland Trailblazers will go ahead and inbound the ball with a reset shot clock of 14 seconds. Again, the defense has been a big factor for the Portland Trailblazers in this game so far. Every offensive player like Russell Westbrook or Paul George, then they drive it in, they swarm them, double team, try to force them to give up the ball to another teammate and have them try to figure out the offense. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Seth Curry buries another 3-ball for the Portland Trailblazers. He's getting it started in this second quarter now from deep. 44-26, 18-point lead. Shooter kicking it out to the corner. No, not able to hit the 3-ball, but Noel's there for the offensive rebound. He tries the floater and he knocks it down. 44-28 is the score. Nerlens Noel going to be a factor for the Oklahoma City Thunder. So he averaged 4.2 rebounds in the games he's played in the regular season. But so far, getting some second chance opportunities for his team. Rodney Hood driving it in to the right. Comes up way short on that ball. But Markieff Morris throws the ball away. Seth Curry comes up with the steal. Now Curry bringing it up. Pulls up from deep. Another 3-ball. This time from the right wing. Oh, the Curry family's there to support Seth Curry as well. They're cheering. Now here comes Paul George. Open from the corner. Answers right back. And he just knocked down the first 3-ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They were 1 for 9 now in this game. 47-31. 16-point lead for the Portland Trailblazers as the ball is deflected out of bounds off of Paul George. Look at Seth Curry coming up with the steal. And he immediately just went right to his spot. Nobody picked him up. Too much breathing room. Too much space. Ends up with a 3-ball from downtown. And then now they're showing the Curry family right there. Mom and dad in support of Seth Curry. 8 minutes and 52 seconds left. 47-31 is the score. 16-point lead for the Portland Trailblazers. As Curry goes around the screen. Now he goes right to the rim. Tries a teardrop. No, not even close. But Russell Westbrook, who just came back into the game, has a rebound. Going coast to coast. Finds George. George going to pull it back. Throws it to Terrence Ferguson, who wasn't ready. And the ball goes out of bounds. Another turnover for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Billy Donovan looking on. Not pleased from what he is seeing so far. 3 turnovers for the Oklahoma City Thunder as compared to, actually, 3 turnovers for the Portland Trailblazers. So now Evan Turner bouncing it right over to Harkless, who just checked into the game. Now Curry has the mismatch. He's got Noel. Feels a double team coming. Now the ball movement by the Portland Trailblazers. Tried a mid-range shot. Leonard not able to connect. Now here comes Russell Westbrook kicking in the overdrive right there. And he gets straight to the hole for the tough layup. Great play by Russell Westbrook to notice, okay, defense isn't going to pick me up. I see an opening. I see a lane. I'm going to go all the way. Knocks down another bucket as Terry Stotts and the Portland Trailblazers will call a timeout. Don't want Russell Westbrook and the Thunder trying to get on a nice scoring run in this second quarter. Look at this play right here by Russell Westbrook going all the way, surveying the floor. Only has Evan Turner right in front of him. Doesn't think that's much of a matchup, so he goes right at him and he gets the layup to fall. So, timeout by the Portland Trailblazers. The score is 47-33. Portland Trailblazers are up by 14 points in this game so far. I mean, Portland Trailblazers, that 3-ball is just, they have just kept it consistent. Seth Curry now adding to it. They are 9 for 12 from 3-ball land. 9 for 12. And again, it's 2 from Seth Curry now. 1 for Rodney Hood. 3 for Damian Lillard. And 3 for CJ McCollum. Well, Paul George ended up ending the dry spell from deep as he knocked down one from the corner a few plays ago. Paul George with 7 points in this game, while Steven Adams with 11 points. Russell Westbrook now with 4. Let's see if he starts heating up and starts attacking his defender, because he knows he can take anybody off the dribble. Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, Rodney Hood, Evan Turner, doesn't matter who it is. Russell Westbrook will find a way to get to the rim, and if he doesn't have a good look, he kicks it out. He knows where his teammates are, and they will try to bury those shots that they need to get back into this game. So far, so good for the Portland Trailblazers. They're trying to keep it consistent, trying to keep knocking down those shots. Guys, who do you think? In the chat, let me know. Who do you think is going to take this game? Is it going to be the Trailblazers? Will they take game 1 of this series, or will the Thunder make a nice little comeback and steal one on the road? I mean, so far, similar to what RJ said earlier in the chat, I mean, there was a lot of upsets yesterday. Magic pulling off an upset against Toronto. Then you had San Antonio winning in Denver. And then Brooklyn getting a victory against a tough Philadelphia 76ers. So we will see how many upsets there will be today, day 2 of the NBA playoffs. Indiana was beat by the Boston Celtics. So Celtics protecting home court, at least for game 1. We will see how that series plays out. It's just very, very unfortunate that the Pacers don't have Victor Oladipo. It would have been such a big help and would have made that series even closer than it already is. As I take a nice little break right there. My gosh, 8 minutes and 3 seconds left. We're in a timeout break right now, guys. 47-33 is the score so far. Portland with a 14-point lead over the Oklahoma City Thunder. Let's see what is going to happen for the Thunder. Who is going to have to step up? I mean, Adams having a lot of success in the screen and roll. That is going to be something that the Thunder have to keep utilizing, is that screen and roll. And I mean, Cantor, as soon as he comes back in, he's going to start being a threat on the offensive end as well as the defensive end. I mean, because he's getting offensive rebounds and getting second chance opportunities to his team. As we see the broadcast coming back on, 8 minutes and 3 seconds left in this series. As Brooklyn ended up winning, they're showing the brackets for the East. As for the West, it should be very, very fun to see how that plays out. We still have Houston and the Utah Jazz to play tonight. That'll be the last game of the night. So Portland ready to inbound the ball. Here comes Seth Curry, guarded by Paul George. Now CJ, nice little between the legs dribble, feels the contact, finds Harkless in the corner, trying to pass it right into Evan Turner, but the ball was coming way too fast, ends up going out of bounds. 47-33 is the score. 14-point lead for the 14-point lead for the Portland Trailblazers. OKC are down by 14. Less than 8 minutes to go in this second quarter. Russell Westbrook, guarded by CJ McCollum. Nice hesitation. Finds Terrence Ferguson. Ferguson knocks down the second 3-ball for the OKC Thunder. 47-36. The lead is now down to 11 for the Portland Trailblazers. Now here comes Evan Turner. Giving it off to Harkless, then right back to Turner, who's got 12 seconds on the shot clock. CJ McCollum near the free throw line, comes up too short. Oh, but he ended up finding Harkless, who tipped that ball back in, but I don't believe they are going to count the bucket, as the foul was against the Oklahoma City Thunder on CJ McCollum. So now CJ going to go to the free throw line to try to knock down 2 free throws. As they're having to separate it. Now, referees are handing out technical fouls. Russell Westbrook holding Terrence Ferguson, trying to hold him back. They weren't showing what was going on the floor. So I believe Ferguson was probably talking to one of the players of the Portland Trailblazers. Things can get out of hand very quickly, especially in playoff time, when 2 teams and players are just wanting to get a victory. Emotions start running through and start making this game a lot more chippy. So now here comes chippier, I guess, as CJ McCollum bounces and he misses the first free throw attempt. So now they have the replay. CJ was actually pushing Terrence Ferguson out of the way because he was in the spot of shooting a free throw, and they started yapping at each other, having to separate him. So now they're going to have to, good job by Russ to push him off. So now here comes CJ, knocks down the second free throw, goes 1 for 2. So now Terrence Ferguson on the bench, having to cool down, having a discussion with the veteran Raymond Felton. So the score is 48-36, 12-point lead for the Portland Trailblazers. Russell Westbrook has some space, kicks it out to Paul George. George pulls the trigger, trying to knock down a 3, but he couldn't hit. Now the ball is loose, but CJ McCollum comes up with that rebound. So now here comes CJ. Nice little hesitation, gets right by Schroeder, knocks down the floater. Great move by CJ to hesitate, freeze Schroeder in his footsteps, and ended up going right by him. So now the score is 50-36, 14-point lead. Paul George backing down Lillard, kicking it out to Russell. Russell thought about the 3-ball. Instead, he's going to drive it right at Evan Turner, but the ball's knocked out of the hands of Steven Adams. So now here comes Turner in transition. Right over to CJ. Step back. 3-ball. No, too strong on that one. And Russell Westbrook comes up with the rebound. Now Russell picking up the pace. Going right to the rim. Ends up getting the foul called against the Blazer defense. So now Russell going to the free throw line to try to knock down 2 free throws. Look at CJ with a nice little move right there. Hesitation. Crossing that ball over from the left to the right hand. And he goes right by Schroeder. Schroeder wasn't ready for that move. Already 2 steps behind. Led to an easy floater. So now here comes Russell Westbrook at the free throw line. Westbrook, 66% free throw shooter in the regular season. As he heads to the free throw line. Knocks down the first free throw. 50-37 is the score. 13-point lead for the Portland Trailblazers. Russell Westbrook trying to get his team back into this game. They just have to start knocking down that 3-ball. Paul George and Terrence Ferguson have the 2 3-pointers that the Oklahoma City Thunder have hit so far in this first half. As Westbrook with 6 points now after that second free throw made, cutting the lead down to 12. 50-38 is the score. Damian Lillard back in the game for the Portland Trailblazers. So now Lillard going around the screen by Collins. Collins is open after the screen and roll. Bounces it to him, but the pass was way too much to the right. Collins couldn't get that one. So turnover by the Portland Trailblazers. Let's see if the Oklahoma City Thunder can capitalize off these turnovers as Westbrook goes right at his defender. Dishes it right over to Steven Adams, who pump fakes. Ends up getting fouled hard, knocked to the ground. So now Adams going to the free throw line again to knock down 2 more free throws for the Thunder to make it a 10-point lead. As Westbrook, Mr. Triple-Double, showing some of his highlights of the regular season. So now we have Russell Westbrook with the ball, guarded by Damian Lillard. He's got 8 seconds on the shot clock. Pulls up, mid-range jumper. No, too short on that one. And CJ McCollum comes up with the rebound. Less than 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. CJ passing it off to Lillard. Lillard picked up by Paul George. Now Lillard going around the screen. Going right at Adams, kicking it out. The ball was deflected. It goes out of bounds. Still going to be Portland Trailblazer ball with 8 seconds on the shot clock. 5 minutes and 39 seconds left in this second quarter. You can see that the action has slowed down a bit in this second quarter as compared to how it was in that first quarter. There's going to be an offensive foul on CJ McCollum. Ended up using the off arm before he received the ball from the out-of-bounds play. Ended up hitting Schroeder right across the throat. Now let's see what the replay is going to be right here. He did put his off arm, his forearm, right in the throat of Schroeder, but the crowd started yelling and chanting, saying that he sold that call really well. 50-38 is the score. 12-point lead for the Portland Trailblazers. Paul George gets the ball off the screen, tries a 3-ball, but it couldn't knock it down as CJ McCollum has the rebound. Now McCollum getting pressured by Schroeder. Going right to left. Goes right down the lane. Still gets the tough layup to fall. CJ McCollum showing off the handles and the scales to get to the lane. Right by Schroeder and get that layup to fall. 52-38. 14-point lead for the Portland Trailblazers with 5 minutes and 5 seconds left in this second quarter. Here comes Schroeder off the screen. Knocks down the mid-range jumper near the right elbow. 52-40 is the score. 12-point lead for the Portland Trailblazers. Here comes Lillard, picked up by Westbrook. Lillard waiting for the screen, has some space, bounces it over to Cantor. Cantor with a nice little footwork, and he ends up traveling on that one as Cantor couldn't believe that he took that extra step. So now it's already the 7th turnover for the Portland Trailblazers. Here comes Grant. Grant pulls up in transition, not able to hit the 3, but Adams comes up with the offensive rebound, giving it right off to Schroeder. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Steven Adams gets the ball away from Cantor, goes down the lane, and he jams that one down with one hand. 52-42 is the score. 10-point lead for the Portland Trailblazers. OKC trying to get on a nice little run to end this second quarter strong. 4 minutes and 18 seconds left in this second quarter. Lillard pulls up, another deep 3. No, off the back of the iron. Now Russell Westbrook with another rebound. Going right at Harkless. Down the lane. Easy left-handed layup for Russell Westbrook. And the lead has gone down to single digits as Terry Stotts and the Portland Trailblazers called a timeout. 52-44 is the score. 8-point lead for Portland. And it's just the opportunities that the OKC Thunder have. Second chance given by Steven Adams and then Russell Westbrook. Starting to heat up. Starting to see his opportunities. Cutting through the lane. Going right by Harkless for an easy left-handed layup. Timeout break right now on the floor for the Portland Trailblazers and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Let's see what we have. We have Jeremiah Yates. What's up, Jeremiah Yates? How you been, my friend? I hope everything is going well. Haven't heard and seen you from a long time, my friend, but thank you so much for listening and for coming into the chat. As he says, the only team to not get upset yesterday was the Warriors. I know, dude. The Warriors just took it to the Clippers. I mean, the Clippers did good in that first half from what I saw from the highlights, but in that second half, they just started erupting, and then Curry just doing what Curry does best, knocking down three balls, getting to the rim. He is just unstoppable at times. Kevin Durant and Patrick Beverley got ejected. That was funny to watch. But, I mean, it still didn't have much of an impact as the Warriors still pulled out the victory against the Clippers. So we will see what other upsets we get today. Can the Portland Trailblazers get a victory at home, or is it going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder? As we have a Retoxic. What's up, Retoxic? Thank you so much for coming into the channel listening. He says, why don't you just stream the game? Dude, I can't, man. I'll get my channel in trouble, dude. I don't want to stream the game because then I get kicked out of YouTube, and I don't want that to happen. So mostly just do this Retoxic just to practice, see if I can, do something for this as a career or anything like that. That's mostly why I do it. And there's people that probably are at work or they just can't watch the game. So I thought, why not make it like a radio, radio play-by-play for the game. Retoxic saying it's all good. Nah, no problem, man. Other people have asked, I wish I could show the game. Because then I feel like it would be a lot better. Showing the game, you guys can see the action, and then I can still do the commentary, That way, if you're not interested in the ESPN commentary or the TNT commentary or whatever it is, that you can at least listen to my voice. But it is what it is. So far, guys, in a timeout break, 4 minutes and 6 seconds left in this second quarter. Oklahoma City Thunder trying to make a run. They've cut down the lead to 8 points now. 52-44 is the score. Let's see if the Thunder can try to make it even less or at least tie this game up going into halftime. I mean, the three ball has been working so far for the Portland Trailblazers, but it has slowed down a bit. I mean, CJ and Damian Lillard knocked down about 5 3-pointers in that first half. Then you had, the first quarter. Then Rodney Hood knocked down one. And then Curry ended up knocking down 2 3 balls in this second quarter. But that is about it for the second quarter. As for the Thunder, their 3-ball from downtown has not been effective whatsoever. They only have 2, one by Paul George and one by Terrence Ferguson. So that will need to be picked up. But so far, they're playing a little bit better defense on the Portland Trailblazers, trying to make it tough on them. As the game is coming back on right now, showing Paul George. Again, similar to how I mentioned earlier, Paul George had a great series against the Portland Trailblazers in the regular season, averaging 38 points, 10.5 rebounds, and 5 assists. But in this game, he's only got 7 points, and he's actually been blocked 4 times. So let's see if he changes anything up in this game. Still plenty of basketball left. 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Lillard picked up by Westbrook. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Now Lillard gets the switch. He's got Steven Adams on him. Double team comes. Dishes it right over to Aminu. Aminu, nice little inside-out dribble. Gets the ball poked out of his hands, out of bounds by Paul George. So it's still going to be Portland Trailblazer ball. Blazers trying to end this little scoring run that the Oklahoma City Thunder have. 5 seconds on the shot clock, so it's going to have to be a quick play as Lillard comes around the screen, receives the ball, corner 3 on its way, bounces up off the top of the backboard, and it's not going to go. So now, turning the ball over, Oklahoma City Thunder trying to decrease this lead now. 52-44 is the score. 8-point lead for the Portland Trailblazers. 3 minutes and 39 seconds left in this second quarter. Here comes Westbrook. Westbrook, nice little crossover. Tries to jam it down right over Harkless. Instead, there's a foul on the floor. Almost put him on a poster on that one. Russell Westbrook, so scary. Always trying to hurt the rim every time he rises up. It is just insane how quick and explosive he is. He's just being ferocious as he ran up at that rim. So now here comes Westbrook. knocks down the first free throw. Makes it a 7-point lead now, 52-45 for the Portland Trailblazers. Westbrook, Mr. Triple-Double. I saw a stat the other day saying that there's a higher percentage of him getting a triple-double than of him knocking down a field goal in a game. So that just shows you the ability and the impact that he has on the floor for the Oklahoma City Thunder as he knocks down both free throws, cutting the lead down to 6. 52-46 is the score. Here comes Lillard, giving it right off to Cantor, then right back to Lillard. Lillard bounces it, trying to find C.J. McCollum cutting to the basket. Instead, Schroeder comes up with the steal. Now here comes Westbrook going downhill. Has Lillard right on him. Now he's going to back him down. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Schroeder pulls up 3. No, too strong off the back of the rim. And now Damian Lillard has the ball. Going to his right, has Steven Adams on him. Finds the roller of Cantor, and he loses the ball. Turnovers are hurting the Portland Trailblazers, and it's helping the Thunder, but they're not able to complete their 3 ball as Paul George took one. Nice little step back, open from the corner, and Paul George still not effective. He's knocked down 1, but he has not been good from the field. Could have been a good advantage for the for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They could have cut the lead down to 3. Instead, Portland is still up by 6. 52-46 is the score. 2.5 minutes left in this second quarter as Lillard turns the corner, tries to bounce it right over to Aminu, but it ends up being a kick ball. So 14 seconds on the shot clock for the Portland Trailblazers. Here comes Lillard, giving it right off to Rodney Hood. Now it's in the hands of C.J. McCollum. McCollum, nice little dribble. 3 ball, too short. Couldn't square up right, but there's just going to be a steal. But Paul George is able to save it for the Thunder. And that's going to be open 3 ball and not able to hit. Paul George had nobody around him. And even he was surprised he couldn't knock that down. He is 2 for 13 from the field. As C.J. McCollum going around the screen finds Cantor under the basket. Easy layup to get the Trailblazers going on the offensive end again. 54-46, 8-point lead for the Portland Trailblazers. Less than 2 minutes left as Westbrook going around the screen. Adams trying to slam it over his former teammate, but ends up going off the glass. Paul George still has it for the Thunder. George gives it off to Schroeder. Schroeder's got 5 seconds. He goes to his right, to the rim, couldn't complete the layup, and now Cantor comes up with the rebound, giving it right off to Lillard. Lillard has the ball, picked up by Paul George. Lillard going right at George. Blocking foul called on PG-13. So now the Portland Trailblazers will inbound the ball with 17 seconds on the shot clock. Look at this replay right here. Adams going right at Cantor. No mercy, trying to jam that one down. Instead, he slams it right off the glass. Would have been an awesome play. As C.J. McCollum gets the ball from the inbounds. Nice little spin move. Fade away, falls to the floor. Almost hit. But Schroeder comes up with the rebound, giving it right off to Russell Westbrook. Westbrook, quick move, finds Paul George for the easy 2-hand slam dunk. Nobody around Paul George on that play. So now the score is 54-48. 6-point lead for the Portland Trailblazers. 1 minute left in this second quarter. Portland trying to increase the lead to double digits as Lillard passes it off to CJ. Now Aminu has the ball, finding Enes Kanter. Now the ball right back to Lillard. Lillard pulls up for 3. Not able to connect on that 3 ball. And now Westbrook with the ball going downhill. Tries to Euro step. Ends up being called for the charge as he ran right into the Trailblazer defender. As Westbrook goes down the floor. Let's see as Rodney Hood stayed right in his grill. Did not move. Let's see if he doesn't move his feet. Nope. Outside of the restricted area. Good play by Rodney Hood, doing the intangibles for the Portland Trailblazers. 54-48 is the score, 6-point lead. As Lillard turns the corner, tries to kick it out to his teammates, but ends up going out of bounds off of the hands of Aminu. Wasn't ready for that pass. 33 seconds on the game clock, 24 seconds on the shot clock. 9-second difference. Here come the Thunder. Schroeder tries a 3 ball, going for the 2 for 1. Couldn't get that one to go as the ball goes out of bounds off of the Trailblazers. So now, Thunder will have a second chance to cut this lead down even more. And then the referees just switched the call and saying that it's actually going to be Trailblazer ball. Let's check out the replay. Paul George had it in his hands. And he was the last touch on that play. Good job by the referees to switch that call. 26 seconds on the game clock. 24 seconds on the shot clock for the Trailblazers. 2-second difference between the clocks. So they would try to waste time, try to get the last shot of this first half. Lillard holding the ball, guarded by Westbrook. Here comes Lillard. Been pretty quiet this second quarter so far. Dribbling in between his legs, guarded by Westbrook. Trying to dribble. Mid-range shot. Too short on that one. Here comes Westbrook. He's got 3 seconds. That's enough time for Mr. Triple-Double as he gets called. And it's going to be another offensive foul on Russell Westbrook. He is smiling. He is just laughing it off. Couldn't believe that he got called for another charge. Let's check out the replay right here as he takes 2 steps, ends up running in, and Damian Lillard did sell it a little bit. Trying to show that he got hit in the face, but he really did not. Let's see what happens right there as they call the charge. Only a few seconds left in this second quarter now before we head into halftime. Well, he did get hit in the face. So let's see what happens. As they show right here, Westbrook trying to get an explanation with the referee. But 1.6 seconds on the game clock. Portland Trailblazers will have the last shot. Lobbing it up. Ends up getting stolen by Paul George. But it goes out of bounds. So it'll still be Trailblazer ball with 0.2 seconds left on the game clock. Let's see what they do if they even try to take a shot. Or they just try to inbound it. He throws it up off the glass as Rodney Hood tries to get that miss, but it's not going to count. So that'll be the end of the first half. 54-48. Portland Trailblazers had a bigger lead on that play. On the first quarter and second quarter, their lead went up to about 15 points. But just like that, the Oklahoma City Thunders went on a nice little scoring run, played a lot better defense, and forced the Trailblazers to turn the ball over a lot more. So now the lead is down to 6. 54-48 is the score. Oh, man, let's see what happens in the remainder of this second half. This first half went by so fast. Blazers were in control of that first quarter, but you could see that their offense slowed down a little bit. Damian Lillard wasn't attacking and wasn't getting 3 balls off as he did in that first quarter. Same thing with CJ McCollum. The only person that hit a 3-ball for the Trailblazers in that second quarter was Seth Curry. Knocked down 2 of them. So now we have, let me go ahead and check the chat. We have Yav Tomar. What's up, Yav Tomar? Thanks so much for coming into the chat, my friend. Listening for a little bit, saying you're doing a good job. Thanks so much, my man. I appreciate it. Hopefully I'm making sense. I'm pretty sure I'm studying over my words a lot, as I typically do, trying to talk fast and explain the action. But we will see what is happening right here. Thank you so much, though, Yav, for coming into the chat. Blazers doing a good job so far. They at least held off the Oklahoma City Thunder and going into halftime with a 6-point lead. 54-48 is the score. So the action will be gone for about 10 to 15 minutes. And then we'll be right back with third quarter action. Still 24 minutes left to play in this game between these two teams. As I take a drink of water because I've been talking for an hour straight. What do you guys think, though? Do you guys think it's going to be the Portland Trailblazers protecting home court and getting game 1? Or is it going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder stealing a game from the Portland Trailblazers? You guys let me know what you think in the chat. It is going to get intense in the second half, guys. Let's check out the box score right here for both teams. For Portland, leading scorer, CJ McCollum, 16 points. Also has 3 rebounds and 2 assists. While Damian Lillard is right behind him with 12 points. Knocked down 3 of 7 from beyond the arc. While Enes Kanter has 10 points. He was very, very effective in that first quarter, getting offensive rebounds, second chance opportunities for the Portland Trailblazers. But that has changed so far in that second quarter. We also have Al-Farouq Aminu with 4 points. You also got Evan Turner with 2, Rodney Hood with 3, and Seth Curry with 6. Now let's check OKC. As the OKC started making a run, Russell Westbrook had a pretty quiet first quarter, but then that second quarter erupted for 10 points. He's got 10 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. The man is already on pace for a triple-double. I am not going to be surprised if he gets it in Game 1, and I'm not surprised if he averages it in this series. While Steven Adams has 13 points, leading the way for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Paul George has 9 points. Jeremy Grant has 6 points in 17 minutes. And you also have Terrence Ferguson knocking down a 3. He has 3 points. And Dennis Schroeder with 5. So, I mean, comparing both teams, Oklahoma City Thunder have 6 turnovers in the game so far as compared to 10. So, they're doing a good job in forcing the Blazers to make mistakes. During the regular season matchups between the Blazers and the Thunder forced the Blazers into turning the ball over 14.8 times per game. So they are on pace to get that again. So Thunder defense doing a good job, making it tough for them. And if they can keep that going, they can try to minimize those opportunities for the Trailblazers and get back into this game. So far, so good though for Cantor, who has just been producing on the offensive end, getting second chance opportunities. And again, Blazers top 10 in NBA three-point shooting 35.9% in the regular season. So far, they are winning the three-point battle because they are 9 for 17, shooting 52.9% as compared to the Oklahoma City Thunder, who are shooting 2 for 18 in that first half. So far, three-point battle going to the Portland Trailblazers. If they can manage to continue to bury those threes from deep and limit their turnovers, they are looking at a Game 1 victory over the Oklahoma City Thunder. But we will see how it plays out as this game progresses. Still waiting for this halftime break to end, guys. Halftime just started, so we will see in the next couple of minutes when this game starts how the Oklahoma City Thunder will try to change up their game plan, or will they just kind of, you know what, let's stick to what was working in that second quarter. We were forcing them to turn the ball over. They weren't able to have success knocking down shots, and then Westbrook just started picking up the pace, attacking the basket, and getting to the rim. So we will see. We're in a halftime break right now, guys. The score is 54-48. Thunder currently down by 6 points against the Portland Trailblazers. Again, that one fact that I threw out at the beginning of this stream is that, I mean, both teams looking for their first playoff series victory since 2016. So both teams have not had success. I mean, when you see that the Thunder haven't won a playoff series since Kevin Durant was with them, that shows you kind of impact that Kevin Durant had on this team. I mean, as good as Russell Westbrook is, averaging triple-doubles the last 3 years, they just have not had a lot of success. But now with Paul George and Steven Adams playing at a top level, we will see if the Thunder can at least win this series. And for the Trailblazers, the same thing. They have so much potential, so much promise. They have guys like CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard. You got guys like Evan Turner coming off the bench. Now you picked up Rodney Hood and Enes Kanter. It's just a lot of different things that are working for them. Obviously, the big blow for the Trailblazers is losing Joseph Nurkic. Such a terrible, terrible injury that just kind of, he's out for the season, ended up breaking his leg. So he was a big, big factor. But so far in the games that Enes Kanter has filled in, he has been producing, putting up 18 points and 11 rebounds per game. So we will see if he can continue that kind of streak for the Portland Trailblazers, because they are going to need it. And Blazers do not want to get swept as they did last year against the New Orleans Pelicans. So guys, we are in a actually not a timeout break. We're in a halftime break right now. 54-48 is the score. Portland Trailblazers are up by 6 points over the Oklahoma City Thunder. You guys let me know in the chat. What do you guys think? Any questions? What do you guys think? Which series are you more intrigued by? Who's your team? We had a lot of people in the chat yesterday saying, you know, somebody was rooting for the Celtics. Somebody was rooting for the Oklahoma City Thunder. We didn't have, surprisingly, any Warriors fans like that coming in, but so far, we had a lot of upsets yesterday. 3 out of the 4 games, the away team ended up winning a game on the road. The Toronto Raptors, that game was intense. I saw the end. DJ Augustine burying that 3-ball and beating the Toronto Raptors in Game 1. That was an intense game. Then you had Denver losing their first game in Denver against the San Antonio Spurs. It shows you that San Antonio can lose all their star players, like Tim Duncan, Ginobili, Parker, now Kawhi Leonard. And it just shows you the system that Greg Popovich has in place, one of the greatest coaches of all time. And it just shows that he's just that much success. He can will his system into his guys, and every guy knows what their role is. So we will see how that playoff series ends. And then the one we did yesterday here on YouTube was Brooklyn Nets against the Philadelphia 76ers. Such a fun game. D'Angelo Russell erupting for 20-plus points. He was kicking it off right there to his teammates. Karis LeVert off the bench, knocking down 20 points. That was an incredible achievement by the Brooklyn Nets. Their bench just erupts for so many points. Spencer Dinwiddie coming off the bench as well. I mean, when you have guys that are coming off the bench that are averaging 15-plus points or more, I mean, that is always going to be to your advantage. So that series is going to be really, really fun to watch. I would not be surprised if the Brooklyn Nets and the Philadelphia 76ers went to 7 games. So it should be really, really interesting to watch. But you guys let me know in the chat what you guys think. What series are you most intrigued to watch? Who do you think is going to take this game? Is it going to be Thunder? Is it going to be the Portland Trailblazers? Should be very, very interesting and intriguing to watch. And we still have 2 more games. I won't be able to cover those 2 games. The next game is going to be Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks against the Detroit Pistons. And the last game of the night is going to be the Houston Rockets against the Utah Jazz. The reigning MVP James Harden going up against the second-year man Donovan Mitchell. And then we already had a game early on today. The Boston Celtics ended up taking down the Indiana Pacers. And they take game 1 and protect home court, at least for now in game 1. Game 2 should be, I believe, Tuesday. As they're showing those highlights right there. A lot of action for these teams. And I mean, there's always, what I love about the playoffs is these star players are going to either shine or they're just going to not perform. You know, like everybody always mentions about James Harden being a beast in the offensive end, and then, you know, coming into the playoffs, there's going to be games where he just gets shut down, and that happens for star players. I mean, look at Kyle Lowry. I mean, Kyle Lowry, he was killing it this season, and then you look against the Orlando Magic, 0 points, and you start to think, is it a mental thing? Is it really something that's going on in their head where their nerves start kicking in? Something has got to be up with the Toronto Raptors like that. But I mean, I can give them a pass this game than why they lost. I mean, they were in control of that game against the Orlando Magic. Magic, they just performed in the last 3 minutes of that fourth quarter to take the victory. They were knocking down bucket after bucket. Vucevic knocking down mid-range shots. DJ Augustine knocking down that clutch 3. It's just they just do the right things at the right time. So that is going to be another fun series to watch as well. So, guys, we're still in a halftime break right now. Portland Trailblazers are up on the Oklahoma City Thunder. 54-48 is the score. Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum erupting for 3 balls from downtown. I mean, when Damian Lillard gets first possession for the Portland Trailblazers, and the first thing he does is pull up from about 8 to 10 feet away from the three-point line, and he buries the 3 ball, you know that he is feeling it already. So that first quarter, no surprise. He was just killing the Oklahoma City Thunder. But then the second quarter started slowing down a little bit. The Thunder started kind of making it the pace that they want, forcing turnovers for the Portland Trailblazers, and they ended up forcing the Trailblazers into 10 turnovers in this game so far. So we'll see if that continues as the Blazers looking to win this series. I mean, and although the Portland Trailblazers lost all 4 games in the regular season against the Thunder, each game, they weren't blowouts. They lost the 4 games they lost one by 2, lost one by 9, another one by 9, and then they lost one by 8 points in overtime. So very, very close games. So should be, again, I'm not going to be surprised if these series also goes to 7 games, because it's just so much talent on both teams. It might come down to an X factor, like offensive rebounds or like the bench for one of these 2 teams. So we will see what goes down as this playoff series unravels, as we're still waiting for the halftime break to end. Hopefully in the next few minutes we will get back to the action. as Portland is going to have to try to continue to knock down those three balls. Seth Curry, 2 for 2 so far. Lillard from beyond the arc is 3 for 7, and CJ McCollum 3 for 6. Rodney Hood also knocking down one from the corner. It's OKC that is struggling at it more. You start seeing Paul George. If anybody was able to watch the game, he has his right shoulder kind of taped up. He also has his left shoulder taped up. He says he's dealing with some right shoulder soreness, and you could tell he's 3 for 14 from the field. So George is struggling. That could be due to the shoulder, or it could also be due to the defense of the Portland Trailblazers just trying to make it tough for him and just kind of double team him, force him to not take good shots, or force it into the hands of other players for the Oklahoma City Thunder. We will see which player is going to have to come out and help this team out. I mean, so far, Jeremy Grant has 6 points. I mean, Steven Adams with 13 points. Russell Westbrook already nearing a triple-double. But we have the broadcast coming back on now. Third quarter is about to begin. A lot of action packed into this first quarter. It's both teams trying to show their will and get their strategy and their game plan into this playoff series. So far, it has worked for the Portland Trailblazers. Let's see if anything changes. Since the Portland Trailblazers did not get the tip off at the beginning of the game, they will have first possession of this third quarter. As you see, the field goals percentages for the Oklahoma City Thunder, they only had 35% shooting from the field as compared to the Portland Trailblazers, who are at 45%. Again, Portland Trailblazers winning the 3-ball contest, 9 for 17. Wow. The Oklahoma City Thunder only have 2 3-pointers from beyond the arc. So we will see what changes between these two teams. Which team gets a little bit more aggressive. Who's going to start making mistakes. Both teams are going to have to try to limit their mistakes as much as they can if they want to have success. So we have both teams on the floor. Billy Donovan, coach for the Oklahoma City Thunder, are down by 6 right here. So now we have Damian Lillard bringing the ball up, and we are starting this second half with the Portland Trailblazers. Lillard picked up by Westbrook, bouncing it over to CJ, finding Harkless under the basket, who gets the ball swatted out of bounds by Jeremy Grant. So it's going to be Portland Trailblazer ball with 11 seconds on the shot clock. So now here comes Lillard, giving it off to Cantor. Cantor guarded by his former teammate Steven Adams. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Jab stepping, pulls up. Deep mid-range shot. Nothing but net for Enes Kanter, who buries another shot for the Portland Trailblazers, increasing the lead to 8 points. 56-48 is the score. Here comes Russell Westbrook with the ball. Nice little jab step. Nobody in front of him. Easy layup. That's going to be the easiest shot Russell Westbrook gets tonight. 56-50 is the score. 6-point lead for the Portland Trailblazers. Third seed versus the 6th seed here. Here come the Portland Trailblazers. Aminu has the ball, guarded by Jeremy Grant, finding Cantor. Now Cantor bouncing right over to CJ. Nice little screen and roll. Here comes Cantor, but Cantor ends up traveling before he can initiate his offensive move. So another turnover for the Portland Trailblazers. On the floor for the Oklahoma City Thunder, we have Paul George, Russell Westbrook, Steven Adams, Jeremy Grant, and Terrence Ferguson. Russell Westbrook with 12 points already. Paul George with 9. Both struggling right now from the field as Russell Westbrook pulls up mid-range. No in and out on that one. And Kanter comes up with another rebound. Hands it right off to Damian Lillard to set up the offense. Here comes Lillard. Ends up pulling the ball right back, going around the screen. Gives up his dribble. Giving it out to CJ. CJ's got 10 seconds. He pulls it near the half-court logo. Wants to get a head start against Ferguson. Goes to his left. Right up, knocks down the tough floater over the hands of Terrence Ferguson. CJ McCollum making these tough shots look easy as Paul George gets the ball from Russell Westbrook, but he's not able to knock down the three-pointer from beyond the arc. 58-50, 8-point lead for the Portland Trailblazers. Here comes Lillard. Screen and roll with Enes Kanter. Kicks it out to Harkless in the corner. Harkless going baseline, guarded by Jeremy Grant. Now he's going to back him down. Fadeaway shot, 10-foot jumper, knocks it down. Portland Trailblazers trying to get a nice little scoring run to start this third quarter with the right energy as Paul George trying to dribble around. Harkless gets to the rim and he gets that layup to go. Good handles by PG-13. 60-52 is the score. 8-point lead. CJ McCollum with a nice little crossover. Another floater. Not able to knock it down, but Aminu gets a second chance opportunity. Ends up throwing the ball off the foot of Jeremy Grant, so it's going to be a kick ball. 14 seconds on the shot clock for the Portland Trailblazers. Terry Stotts, coach for the Portland Trailblazers. So far, his game plan has worked. CJ McCollum receives the ball from the inbound, passing it off to Lillard. Lillard gets a nice little screen and roll action with Cantor. Now he's got Terrence Ferguson in front of him. Goes to his left. Goes right between defenders. Couldn't get that layup to fall. But the ball is still with the Trailblazers as Cantor gets an offensive rebound. A lot of chaos right there, but the ball goes out of bounds off of the Trailblazers. Unfortunate for the Blazers to not convert on that second chance opportunity. Here comes Westbrook. Look at this speed and the change right there. Nice little crossover from left to right. Easy layup for Russell. 60-54 is the score. 6-point lead for the Portland Trailblazers as CJ McCollum is trying to direct the offense for the Blazers. Now Harkless with the ball. 9 seconds on the shot clock. CJ McCollum guarded by PG-13. Here comes CJ going one-on-one against one of the best defenders in the NBA. Fadeaway shot. No, too much to the right. Doesn't hit the rim. Shot clock violation by the Portland Trailblazers. Good defense by Paul George, making it tough on CJ to not get to his spots. Look at this play right here by Russell Westbrook. The speed that the man has as Steven Adams has the ball near the post. Backing down Enes Kanter, trying to use his body. Almost loses the ball. Pushes off with his shoulder. Gonna be an offensive foul on Steven Adams. Threw that right shoulder, left shoulder, right into the chest of Enes Kanter to push him off and create some space. But the referees called it against Steven Adams. Let's see this replay right here. Kanter trying to use all his strength right there. Nice footwork right there by Steven Adams. It was a... Didn't look like a clear foul, but the referees called it against Oklahoma City. As look at CJ cut in between two defenders, but it came up short on that teardrop. Ball goes out of bounds. Referees are going to give it over to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Portland still has a 6-point lead. 60-54 is the score. 8 minutes and 20 seconds left in this third quarter. Paul George going around the screen. Nice little step back right behind the three-point arc, but comes up way too short. Didn't square up enough on that shot as Lillard giving it off to Enes Kanter. Kanter, nice spin move. Goes under the basket. Nice little layup off the glass by Enes Kanter. He's got 14 points and 13 rebounds. Double-double for Kanter. Now George trying to go into the paint. No, ends up turning the ball over. Here comes Lillard. Bounces it over to Aminu. Aminu gets swatted away by Jeremy Grant. And I apologize, it was Russell Westbrook who was in the paint on that previous play for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And he got the ball stripped from him as the ball... Oh, Jeremy Grant ended up swatting that ball away from Aminu. And it seems like it was either off the forearm or the fingertip of Jeremy Grant. It'll still be Trailblazer ball with 19 seconds on the shot clock. 62-54 is the score. 8-point lead for the Blazers as Enes Kanter hands the ball right off to CJ. CJ McCollum guarded by Russell Westbrook. Giving it right off to Lillard. Lillard turning the corner. Fadeaway shot. No, too strong, but Kanter. Another offensive rebound. Pump faking. Couldn't finish the layup. Kanter just being a big trouble for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Russell Westbrook going straight to the rim. Gets the foul called. Couldn't knock down and complete the layup, but Russell Westbrook will head to the free throw line to knock down 2 more free throws. 7 minutes and 30 seconds left in this third quarter. Both teams, can't tell who has the momentum on their side. They're pretty even as Blazers are up by 8 as Russell Westbrook knocks down the first free throw. 62-55 is the score. 7-point lead for the Blazers. Nice little crossover move by Russell Westbrook. How he's able to adjust in midair. It's unbelievable. It's such a beauty to watch as Westbrook knocks down both free throws. The score is 62-56. Westbrook with 16 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. He is flirting with another triple-double. No surprise there. 62-56 is the score. 6-point lead. As nice little alley-oop right over. Look at Aminu cleaning up the mess. CJ McCollum couldn't finish that alley-oop pass from Lillard, but Aminu was there to dunk that ball down. So now the score is 64-56, 8-point lead. Here comes Grant trying to back down in, and he ends up getting called for the charge against Damian Lillard. Already a few charges called against the Oklahoma City Thunder. 7 minutes and 5 seconds left. Let's check out the look of this replay. Lillard playing some good defense. Grant backs down, goes right into the chest of Lillard. Lillard sold it a little bit on that one, but referees called it against the Oklahoma City Thunder. 64-56 is the score. 8-point lead for the Portland Trailblazers. Now here comes Harkless, guarded by PG-13. Now CJ finds Aminu under the basket, tries to go up, gets rejected by Grant, and now Westbrook gets the loose ball. Here comes Westbrook, going in transition, has the nice little lane open, kicks it out to PG-13. Now he finds Grant. Grant, 2 steps, couldn't get that layup close to the rim, and Cantor boxes out everybody and he gets the rebound. Now, here comes CJ McCollum, going in between 2 defenders, too short on the floater, and Grant comes up with the rebound. Both teams trading missed opportunities as Paul George has it, guarded by Harkless. Gets the foul called, reach in by Harkless. 6 minutes and 19 seconds left. Timeout on the floor. Between these two teams, not much. You can't tell who is going to take advantage of the opportunities. I mean, we've already played 6 minutes, and the Portland Trailblazers are still up by 8 points. 64-56 is the score as we're in a timeout break right now. Still a very, very close game between these two teams as we check out the box score right here. Paul George still with 11 points. He is not having a good time shooting as he's 4 for 17 from the field. Westbrook right now has 16 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists. He is going to have to do everything it takes to get this victory and come back against the Portland Trailblazers. Steven Adams has been pretty quiet so far. Few charges have been called against the Oklahoma City Thunder, which have not allowed them to get into a rhythm on the offensive end. But somebody else is going to have to step up. Let's see if Dennis Schroeder, after he comes off the bench for the Thunder, can try to produce something on the offensive end. If not him, maybe Raymond Felton or Nerlens Noel, to see if they can get themselves back into this game. Because, I mean, still have plenty of time, but time is going to run out eventually. As for the Blazers, you have leading scorer CJ McCollum with 18 points. He's been able to get to the rim and cut in between a few defenders, but his floaters are coming up a little bit short. So let's see if he makes any adjustments. Enes Kanter with 14 points. Damian Lillard with 12 points. He hasn't knocked down a shot so far in this second half. Let's see if he erupts. But you already know what they call fourth quarter for Damian Lillard. It's Dame time. So maybe that's when he's going to start erupting for a few points on the offensive end for the Portland Trailblazers. Still a very close game to call. You can't see which team is going to try to rise to the occasion and take this victory away from the other team. Thunder trying to steal one game on the road at least so they can head back to OKC with the advantage. Still on a timeout break right now. The score between the Portland Trailblazers and the Oklahoma City Thunder is 64-56. We will see what adjustments Terry Stotts and Billy Donovan make to their 5 right now that will be on the floor. You guys let me know in the chat. What do you think? Is it going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder making a little comeback? Or is it going to be the Portland Trailblazers getting this victory? Game 1 at home in the Moda Center in Portland. We will find out, guys. You guys let me know in the chat. That way we can interact during the timeouts as the game is about to start right now again. Out of the timeout. Showing some of the highlights right here of Enes Kanter. Kanter just getting rebound after rebound on the defensive end, offensive end. He's giving his team second chance opportunities. He has been that X factor that the Portland Trailblazers needed, especially with the missing Nurkic because of injury, and also been really effective with the screen and roll with Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. They've been able to find him near the post or in the paint already, or he gets the ball and he ends up kicking it out to one of his teammates to knock down a shot. Also, can't forget that mid-range shot. Been very, very effective on the floor no matter who's been guarding him. So now let's see what happens as Kanter with 14 points and 15 rebounds. That's already a playoff career high for Enes Kanter, 15 rebounds. And we still got plenty of this third quarter and 12 minutes in the fourth quarter to go as Russell Westbrook kicking out to Ferguson in the corner. Ferguson goes to his left, straight to the rim. Couldn't knock down that floater as Steven Adams saves it, but Damian Lillard deflects that ball out of bounds. So it's going to be Thunder ball with 13 seconds on the shot clock. Still 6 minutes and 8 seconds left in this third quarter. Here come the Thunder. Steven Adams with the ball. Hands it right off to Russell Westbrook. Westbrook gives up his dribble. Has Lillard right in front of him. Pulls up. Knocks down the mid-range jumper for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He's cut down the lead to 6. 64-58 is the score. Less than 6 minutes to go in this third quarter. Both teams trying to find their rhythm in order to take a bigger lead or cut this lead as Kanter loses the ball, gets deflected out of bounds by Jeremy Grant. He couldn't save it, so it's going to be Portland Trailblazer ball with 8 seconds on the shot clock. Portland has been able to maintain at least a 6-point lead over the Thunder. 64-58 is the score. Here comes CJ McCollum. Lobs it into Kanter, but ends up being a steal by Steven Adams. Now here comes Russell Westbrook and the Thunder. Russell Westbrook, nice little scoop layup around his defender. Sweet move by Mr. Westbrook, Mr. Triple-Double. He's got 20 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists. And now the lead is down to 4. Here comes CJ McCollum, giving out to Lillard. Lillard going around the screen, and Russell Westbrook trying to reach in for the steal. Gets called for the reach-in foul. So 64-60 is the score between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Portland Trailblazers. 5 minutes and 19 seconds left in this third quarter. 14 seconds left on the shot clock. Russell Westbrook had 10 points in the first half. In this third quarter alone, he's got 10 points. So he is doing it on the offensive end for the Thunder as Lillard yet to knock down some shots in this third quarter, but you know that his offense can erupt at any moment. He's guarded by Westbrook, goes right by him to his right, up and under, couldn't finish, falls to the ground, but Terrence Ferguson comes up with the rebound, gives it right off to Russell Westbrook. He's got the hot hand, in transition, in rhythm, not able to knock down the three, but Jeremy Grant comes up with the second chance opportunity. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Shooter, guarded by CJ McCollum, gets the screen from Adams, giving it pass right off, but the ball is deflected and stolen by Aminu. So now Aminu passes it off to CJ McCollum. McCollum picked up by Schroeder. Now CJ has the mismatch he wants. Nice little crossover. Going around the Enes Kanter screen. Goes right at Adams. Still able to get that layup off the glass. Great adjustment and great body movement by CJ McCollum to use his body right up against Steven Adams and get away from him and knock down that nice layup off the glass as Steven Adams answers right back with his own floater, cutting the lead down to 4. 66-62 is the score. 4 minutes and 10 seconds left in this third quarter. CJ, guarded by Dennis Schroeder, waiting for the screen by Enes Kanter, going to his left. Now, nice little step back, finds Kanter. Kanter pulls up, 14-foot jump shot, knocks it down. That mid-range jumper has been working for Enes Kanter, giving the Blazers a 6-point lead, 68-62. Here comes the Oklahoma City Thunder. Steven Adams got his ball knocked off. Gets rejected by Aminu. Ball is loose on the floor. Steven Adams has it. Passes it off. Right over to Westbrook. He's got 6 seconds. Speeds down the floor. Kicks it out. Ferguson. 3-ball in and out on that attempt. They could have cut down the lead to even more, but that 3-ball has not been working for Oklahoma City Thunder. They are 2 for 22 from beyond the arc. Here comes Lillard. Has Steven Adams on him. Pulls up. Mid-range. Knocks down his first field goal of the third quarter. Makes it an 8-point lead for the Portland Trailblazers. Just when you needed a bucket, Lillard is there to give it to you. 3 minutes and 5 seconds left in this third quarter. Westbrook has the ball. Picked up by Aminu. Trying to feed it off. It's deflected, but Jeremy Grant saves it. Now Grant going right at Rodney Hood. Straight down the lane. Couldn't get that one, and Aminu comes up with the rebound. Now Aminu racing up the floor. Looked like he wanted to go coast to coast. Instead, he hands it right off to Kanter. Now over to Lillard. Lillard going straight down the basket. Right around Steven Adams. Lillard's 2 straight buckets. Timeouts by Billy Donovan and the OKC Thunder. Lillard moving around, getting away from the hands of Steven Adams, and still able to put a nice touch on that layup. Look at this move right here. Knew he had the mismatch, trying to blow right by him. Puts it in a position that Steven Adams cannot touch. He is just so elusive when he goes to the rim. And look at that sweet stroke by Damian Lillard, knocking down 2 straight field goals, giving the Portland Trailblazers a 10-point lead. 72-62 is the score. Trailblazers are up, and it looks like they're trying to take the momentum back on their side. They're trying to get the crowd into this game. They need it. They need to take control of this game, and this is what you want. End of the third quarter. There's still 2 minutes and 41 seconds left, but you want to go into the fourth quarter with at least a double-digit lead to have that confidence. You also don't want to get too confident and allow the Thunder to just get back into the game. So far, Damian Lillard has been very, very effective. Who hasn't been effective, though, is Paul George. He is just not feeling it. Hopefully, it's not to do with that right shoulder, but I'm pretty sure it is a big factor. I mean, he averaged 45.9% from beyond the arc against the Portland Trailblazers. So far, it's only knocked down 1 free throw. Also, PG getting to the free throw line so many times during the regular season against the Portland Trailblazers. I believe if we look at the box score, he's only gotten to the free throw line. Let's see. As we pull up the box score, I mean, so far, Paul George has only been to the free throw line 1 time. So, Blazers doing a good job not fouling him as he drives in or takes those 3-ball shots. I mean, the story so far for the OKC Thunder is Russell Westbrook. He's just been putting up points. He's got 20 points already in the game. 10 of them coming in this third quarter alone. He's got 9 rebounds, 8 assists. He is going to get that triple-double. But who is it going to have to help out this Thunder team in order to get back into this game? I mean, there's still plenty of time left. 2 minutes left in this third quarter, and you still have 12 minutes of the fourth quarter. A lot of action still to be played between these two teams. We will see what will go down between the Trailblazers and the Thunder in this fourth quarter. Guys, you let me know in the chat, what do you think? Who do you think is going to come up with the result? Who's going to get the W today? Is it going to be the Trailblazers? Is it going to be the OKC Thunder? Will Russell Westbrook erupt for a 30-point game, a 40-point game? Or is Paul George going to just try to find his stroke, kind of push through the pain, and get this Thunder team a victory in the playoffs? We will see. We're still in a timeout break right now. Still plenty of time, but as soon as I said that, okay, well, where is Damian Lillard in this third quarter? Hadn't knocked down any shots, and as soon as I said that, knocked down a mid-range shot, then he drove it right to Steven Adams and got that tough layup to fall. So he probably heard me, wanted to shut me up because he knocked down those 2 buckets. So we're now in a timeout break still. 72-62 is the score. Game is just about to begin again. So now we have Portland Trailblazers and the Oklahoma City Thunder. A few substitutions. Let's see how many minutes of rest Russell Westbrook or Paul George will get. How many minutes will they play? I mean, it's still a very close game. 72-62 is the score between the Portland Trailblazers and the Oklahoma City Thunder. So we have Russell Westbrook, PG-13, Noel, Schroeder, and we have Raymond Felton on the floor as a 3-ball knocked down by PG-13. Trying to get back on track with his stroke in this game. 72-65 is the score. 7-point lead for the Portland Trailblazers. Seth Curry in the game. Pulls up. Knocks down the mid-range jumper in a rhythm. Sweet, sweet stroke by Seth Curry. 74-65 is the score. 9-point lead as Russell Westbrook backs down Seth Curry. Backing him down, using his strength. Flails up. No foul was called by Russell Westbrook, so he's immediately going to try to get the turnover. Look at him hustle for that ball. But the ball goes out of bounds off of Russell Westbrook. Oh, I love it. You got to love that kind of enthusiasm, that kind of hustle by Westbrook. He thought that there was going to be a foul called as he was backing down Seth Curry. And if he didn't get the call, he went straight to whoever had the ball and just tried to pressure him. Love it. You got to love Westbrook, you know. 74-65 is the score. 9-point lead for the Portland Trailblazers. Less than 2 minutes left in this third quarter. Portland Trailblazers have been in control of this quarter since the halftime break ended. OKC got close. They got within 4 points, but Portland started pulling away. Lillard, guarded by Schroeder, finds Curry. Curry goes around the screen. Nice little floater off the glass. Couldn't get that one to fall, but Raymond Felton comes up with the rebound, giving it right off to Paul George. George going around the screen. Nice little pass over to Markieff Morris. Good footwork by Morris. Kicks it right out to PG-13, and he gives it right back to Morris. Good spin move. Taking it on Collins. Gets the foul called. Count the bucket for Markieff Morris as he's headed to the free throw line to try to complete the three-point play for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 74-67 is the score. 7-point lead for the Portland Trailblazers, but Markieff Morris can make it a 6-point game going into the fourth quarter still. 1 minute and 29 seconds left. Markieff Morris off the back of the iron, so not able to complete the three-point play. 7-point lead for Portland. 1 minute and 23 seconds left in this third quarter. Here comes Lillard going around the screen. Pulls up. Deep three. Too short on that one as Markieff Morris comes up with the rebound. Giving it right off to Schroeder. Schroeder going around multiple screen. He's got some space. Pulls up. Too strong on that mid-range shot, but he ended up coming up with his own miss. Finds Markieff Morris, who ends up crossing right by his defender, giving it to Nerlens Noel, who jams it down with one hand. 74-69 is the score. 5-point lead now for the Portland Trailblazers. Less than a minute to go in this third quarter. OKC trying to make a late run in this third quarter. There's going to be a whistle on the floor. Offensive foul on the Portland Trailblazers. And just like that, the OKC Thunder have found a light at the end of the tunnel. They're getting closer. They're trying to find their rhythm. This is the opportunity that they need to take advantage of as Russell Westbrook on the bench already. 4 fouls. He's got 20 points in the game. They're showing the replay of where he felt that there was a foul. So he immediately started pressuring Damian Lillard, trying to get that ball right back as Paul George tries a mid-range shot, not able to get it. But look at Noel. Gets an offensive rebound right over to Paul George. 10 seconds on the shot clock. George spinning to his right. Gets stripped on that one. And it ends up being a foul. And it's going to be a foul on Paul George. Wow. Interesting move. I thought they were going to call a foul on Aminu for reaching in, but he got all ball. So let's see. Check a look at this replay right here. As Paul George reaches in. And he does. Yeah, Paul George holds Aminu with the left hand, so he does not get that ball to try to start a transition play. But because the Portland Trailblazers are in the bonus, Aminu will be shooting free throws. Aminu, 6 points, 7 rebounds. The man's got 3 blocks in this game. Let's see if he can get any more for the Portland Trailblazers to secure a victory in this game against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Here comes Aminu at the free throw line. Knocks down the first free throw, actually. Aminu averaging 87% from the free throw line this regular season. Trying to knock down 2 more. He was the 8th pick in the 2010 NBA draft already. His 8th year in the NBA. Now here comes Aminu. Second free throw attempt on its way. Knocks down both. Now he's made it a 7-point lead again. 76-69 is the score. There's about a 7-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Shooter bringing the ball up, crossing half court. He's picked up by Rodney Hood. Shooter looking for his teammates to cut. Now he gives it off to Noel. Right into the hands of Felton. Felton runs right into Seth Curry. Offensive foul for Raymond Felton as he didn't like the call. Seth Curry gets up. He's clapping his hands. He loves it. Raymond Felton shaking his head. Doesn't believe it should have been called an offensive foul. Runs right into Seth Curry. Yeah, it could have gone either way. Could have let that call go because it just seemed like it was a basketball play, but referees felt that there was too much contact on that play. So now Portland Trailblazers have the last shot of this third quarter. 16 seconds. Let's see what play they come up with and who's going to take the last shot. 76-69. 7-point lead for the Portland Trailblazers. So now here comes the Portland Trailblazers. 16 seconds as they're waiting for the Blazers to inbound the ball. 76-69 is the score. Damian Lillard back in the game for this last possession. 6 seconds on the game clock. Here comes Lillard. He has the ball. Splits 2 defenders. Ends up losing it. Here comes Schroeder. And from the half-court logo. No, not going to come up close on that one. So that will be the end of the third quarter. 76-69 is the score. Portland maintains their lead over the Oklahoma City Thunder, and they are up by 7 as we go to the quarter break right there. A lot of games like that. A lot of game left still. 12 minutes to play between these two teams. So we will see what happens. Guys, you let me know in the chat, who do you think is going to win? Is it going to be the Blazers? Will they pull off this victory in the last 12 minutes in the fourth quarter? Or is it going to be the Thunder making a nice comeback after trailing this team by more than 15 points? David Six. What's up, David Six? Thank you for coming to the chat, for listening, my friend. I appreciate it. He's saying, show game. Dude, I can't show the game, dude. I'll get the YouTube channel in trouble. I'll get it taken away, and I can't be having that, my friend. I wish I could show it, but I cannot. But at least I can at least provide you some commentary, my friend. Hopefully, I'm doing some justice. I'm pretty sure I'm slurring over my words and stuttering, but we are going to push through because we have 12 more minutes of action between these two teams. I mean, the game started off with a lot of fast-paced, great plays. I mean, Lillard knocking down a 38-foot three-pointer. You had Russell Westbrook kind of being a little bit quiet, had a very quiet first half, had 10 points, but then in this third quarter, erupting for 10 more points. So now he's got 20 points. He has 4 fouls, so he's got to be very, very careful of how he plays, how aggressive he gets in that fourth quarter. So, yeah. But we'll see what happens as we go on like that. Let's see what happens for the remainder of this third quarter. We're still in a timeout break right now. Let me know, guys, what you think in the chat. Do you think it's going to be the Portland Trailblazers getting the victory? Is it going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder? I mean, Paul George knocked down another 3-ball in that third quarter, but, I mean, it has been a terrible, terrible night for the Oklahoma City Thunder shooting from downtown. They are 3 for 24 from beyond the arc, so they have just not had much success from beyond the arc as compared to the Portland Trailblazers. I mean, they so far from beyond the arc, as I pull up the box score, if it ever loads right here. There we go. So we got the box score right here. Let's see how the Portland Trailblazers fare. I mean, they were just killing it in the first quarter. They are 9 for 18 from beyond the arc. So they are at 50% so far. And that's kind of slowed down a little bit because in that first quarter, I mean, you had CJ McCollum knocking down 3. You had Damian Lillard knocking down 2. You had Rodney Hood with 1. And then in the second quarter, you had Seth Curry knocking down 2 more. And in this third quarter so far, not many threes taken so far. So we will see if the Portland Trailblazers try to rely on that, or are they just going to kind of keep up the pace of what they're going, try to get to their spots. CJ McCollum loves to take those mid-range shots and drive it in and hit floaters. Damian Lillard, you know he attacks everywhere on the floor. And Enes Kanter, I mean, what can you say? Enes Kanter, he is killing it so far. Even though CJ McCollum has 20 points in the game, Enes Kanter has been having a very, very big impact on the offensive end for the Portland Trailblazers. He has 16 points, 16 rebounds, which is a playoff career high. So now we have the fourth quarter action underway, guys. Here we go. 76 right here for the Portland Trailblazers as OKC will have the first possession as Paul George runs right in to Rodney Hood, and the foul is going to get called. So now Paul George going to the free throw line. Hopefully this will help his stroke as he sees the ball go through the rim. Let's see what Terry Stotts comes up with to try to maintain the lead for his team. So now here comes the Paul George at the free throw line. The score is 76-69. Blazers are up by 7. Here comes Paul George at the free throw line. Paul George, during the regular season, ended up averaging 84% from the free throw line. He's already 2 for 2 tonight. Make it 3 for 3. He averaged 28 points a game in the regular season, second behind James Harden. Now here comes PG-13, second free throw attempt, trying to cut this lead down to 5. Yes, he does. 76-71. 5-point lead for the Portland Trailblazers. We have Evan Turner. You got Zach Collins, Seth Curry, Rodney Hood, and CJ McCollum on the floor for the Portland Trailblazers. Here comes CJ trying to take it on Noel. Takes the mid-range, knocks that one down from about 18 feet. giving the Portland Trailblazers a 7-point lead. 78-71 is the score. Paul George, Schroeder, Markieff Morris, Nerlens Noel, and Raymond Felton on the floor for OKC. Here comes Schroeder, guarded by CJ McCollum, going around the screen. Nice hesitation. Goes at Collins. Couldn't make it, but look who's there. Nerlens Noel with a tip in. Second chance opportunity for the Thunder. 78-73 is the score. Portland is up by 5. 11 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Evan Turner running the offense. Alley-oop to the Collins, who gets that ball a little too high. He's still able to finish with the layup, though. 80-73 is the score. 7-point lead for the Portland Trailblazers. Here comes Morris, guarded by Turner. Nice spin move, but look at Turner coming up with the steal. Here he comes, Turner. Has a 3-on-1 mismatch. Waiting for his team. Finds Curry. Curry in transition. Couldn't make that 3 ball from the right wing. And Paul George comes up with the rebound. Now here comes George. Passing off to Schroeder. Schroeder gets a screen from Noel. Has some space. Nice little bounce pass. And Noel knocks down the left-handed floater. Cutting the lead down to 5. 80-75 is the score. Portland is up by 5 with 10 minutes and 15 seconds left in this fourth quarter. CJ McCollum actually with the ball, bouncing it over to Zach Collins, and he gets the strip. Paul George with the steal, going up, gets fouled hard on that play, so he couldn't convert on that layup, and now he will be going to the free throw line to knock down 2 more free throws for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Collins did not anticipate or see PG-13 coming right from behind him, but he ran him down the floor. Nice hard foul, ended up hitting him right across the forehead. So we will see what they will call. I feel like this should just be a common foul. I mean, this is the playoffs. He was trying to go for the ball, so don't think it should be anything more. And it's not, so it'll be a common foul against Collins. Here comes PG-13. Knocks down another free throw. He's been perfect so far. 5 for 5 from the line. And now Paul George, again, just like I mentioned earlier. He got to the free throw line. He actually had 15 free throw attempts per game in the 4 games faced off against the Portland Trailblazers in the regular season. So that is one way that he's going to have an impact in this game. If he's not able to knock down mid-range shots, he can at least get to the free throw line multiple times as he knocks down that free throw. He is 6 for 6, cutting down the lead to 3 points. 80-77 is a score. And the referees just blew the whistle. That was actually away from the ball. It was Markieff Morris who got called for the foul. 80-77 is the score. Portland now only with a 3-point lead. Less than 10 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. Game 1 of this playoff series in the Western Conference. CJ McCollum splitting the defenders. Goes up, gets the foul called. Knocks down the floater. And one opportunity for CJ as he addresses the crowd. Telling them to come on. Pumping them up. Trying to get some more energy. CJ with such a beautiful ability to split the defenders. Had Markieff Morris right in front of him. Was deciding whether to pass it off. And he just hung in midair. Waiting. And he just perfect placement of that floater. Nothing but net. So now here comes CJ at the free throw line. 82 points for the Blazers. Misses the free throw attempt, so he couldn't complete the 3-point play. So Portland is now up by 5. 82-77 is the score. Here comes Schroeder, handing it right off to Paul George. George gets double teamed, forced to pass the ball off. So now Raymond Felton blows right by his defender. Floater, not able to hit. But look at Noel, another second chance opportunity. The Blazers are calling for a travel because he took too many steps. But they're not going to get it. A Schroeder with a beautiful spin move. And he finishes at the rim with a nice layup. Oh, what a quick play. Quick footwork by Dennis Schroeder, cutting the lead down to 3. 82-79 is the score. 9 minutes and 13 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Evan Turner with the ball. Looking for one of his teammates. Throws it up to Rodney Hood. Hood has got 7 seconds on the shot clock. Backing down, smaller Schroeder goes right to the hole. And he gets that easy layup to fall. Good job by Rodney Hood to notice the mismatch to call for the ball. 84-79 is the score. CJ picking up Schroeder. 5-point lead for Portland. Schroeder, now he's going to pull the ball right back. Going around Noel for the screen. Gets that 10-foot floater to fall. Both teams trading buckets now. 84-81. Russell Westbrook is off the bench. He's ready to check in. CJ McCollum with the ball, passing it off to Evan Turner. 3-point lead for Portland. Turner waiting for CJ McCollum come off the screen. He gives it off to him. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Here comes CJ. Pulls up. Free throw jumper. No. Too strong on that one. Paul George comes up with the rebound. Here comes George. Gives up his dribble. Finds Felton. Look at the ball movement. Felton now has an open lane. Rises up. Had the layup, but he gave it off to Noel. And now, look at the ball movement by the Thunder. Still could not convert on that 3-ball attempt. CJ McCollum with the rebound. Now McCollum gets fouled by Paul George. Oh, that is going to be one that the Thunder will want back. Raymond Felton went up. He had the layup, and instead of making the layup, he ended up passing it right off to his teammate, and then they did not convert on that offensive play as they show that spin move of Dennis Schroeder. Beautiful, beautiful move by Dennis Schroeder to knock that one down. So now here comes some substitutions for both teams. The score is 84-81. Schroeder with 9 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Steven Adams and Russell Westbrook back on the floor for the Thunder. And we have Damian Lillard on for the Portland Trailblazers as he finds Enes Kanter. Kanter gets the foul call. Couldn't convert. Great movement by Enes Kanter to feel the contact of Markieff Morris. Couldn't convert, but he's got a chance to knock down 2 more free throws for the Portland Trailblazers. 84-81 is the score. 3-point lead for Portland. Kanter with 16 points, 16 rebounds, 5 offensive rebounds. He is having a game tonight. Actually, I would say today, since it's still early. So here comes Enes Kanter. Knocks down the first free throw, making it a 4-point lead. 85-81 is the score. Few more substitutions for the Oklahoma City Thunder. We see Jeremy Grant coming in. So now here comes Enes Kanter at the free throw line, trying to go 2 for 2. 85-81 is the score. Less than 8 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. Knocks that second free throw down. 6-point lead for the Portland Trail. Actually, a 5-point lead for the Portland Trailblazers. As Russell Westbrook crosses half court, he's picked up by Damian Lillard. These two All-Stars facing off, trying to lead their teams to the next round. Now here comes Paul George, trying to attack baseline, brings that back. Nice spin move. Almost goes out of bounds. Seth Curry jumps the passing lane, comes up with the steal, giving it right off to Evan Turner. Turner hands it right off to Damian Lillard. Thought about pulling the trigger from beyond the arc, but decided not to. Now he's going to wait, be patient, lobs it up, ends up being a turnover by the Trailblazers. Here comes Paul George into the hands of Russell Westbrook. Back to PG-13. No, not able to knock down the 3-ball as Damian Lillard traces down that rebound. So now here comes Lillard going around the screen of Enes Kanter. The screen and roll has worked so far. Let's see if they start running that again as Lillard pulls up. Oh, what a 3! He pulled that one up near the half-court logo. Lillard showing off the range, giving the Portland Trailblazers a 8-point lead. 89-81. Lillard, his range is unlimited. As Steven Adams has the ball, backing down on Kanter, tries the floater, too short, but George has the rebound. Second chance opportunity, giving it off to Westbrook. Westbrook airballs the 3. Evan Turner with the rebound, and Terry Stotts wants things to slow down. Oh, what a play by Damian Lillard. This crowd on their feet, pumping up their teens. 6 minutes and 38 seconds left in this fourth quarter. I mean, Lillard, he is at the tip of the half-court logo for the Portland Trailblazers, and he buries that 3 over the great defender that is Paul George. Oh, it's unbelievable. You would think that it's an ill-advised shot, but not for this man right here. Oh gosh, Damian Lillard doing it for the Portland Trailblazers as there's a timeout on the floor. Blazers are up by 8 points, 89-81. Oh, man, let's see what happens. And we have Francisco Martinelli. What's up, bro? How you been, my man? Thank you so much for coming into the chat again. I appreciate you, Francisco. Hopefully everything is good with you, my friend. Portland Trailblazers trying to build up their lead again right now. Again, Thunder were close. They had a 3-point lead. They were only down by 3. And the Portland Trailblazers, again, just finding those opportunities, knocking down those buckets. Thunder had multiple opportunities on the offensive end to cut that lead down to 1, and they could not convert. And it's just turnovers and turnovers that are helping out the Portland Trailblazers. I mean, even though they're in the turnover categories, you have OKC with 15 turnovers already in this game as compared to the Portland Trailblazers. As I pull up the box scores right here. 15 turnovers for the Oklahoma City Thunder compared to 17 for the Portland Trailblazers. I mean, 2 turnover advantage for the Oklahoma City Thunder, but they have just not been able to take advantage of their opportunities. I mean, again, 3-ball has been working for the Trailblazers. I've said it multiple times already, but they are 10 for 20, and they are 50% from beyond the arc as compared to the Oklahoma City Thunder, who have only been able to knock down 3 3-pointers. And that is just, in today's NBA, that is just not going to help you win. And the game is just so dependent sometimes on the 3-ball. It can give you the lead. It can increase your lead. It can become a blowout, or it can help you get back into the game. So we will see what happens after the timeout break that Terry Stotts just made. What substitutions we have. Oof, man. Let's see, as we have Michael Caldwell. What's up, Michael Caldwell? Thank you so much for listening, my friend. And coming into the chat, he says, you live by the 3, you die. Exactly, my friend. Exactly. That is just how the game has evolved and its game has changed. So Michael has it right. You either live by it or you die by it. I feel like Houston has just taken that. That's their mantra right there. That's their motto, is that they are not going to take as many mid-range shots as they are going to take 3-point shots. And I mean, it's given them success. Houston is one of those elite scoring teams, especially behind a guy like James Harden, who is just lethal from anywhere on the floor. So we will see what happens. Are the Thunder just going to keep taking those threes? Are they going to try to give it off to Russell Westbrook to try to, erupt for a few more points? He had a nice third quarter, ended up getting 10 points in that quarter. So let's see what will happen with the Oklahoma City Thunder, as they are currently down by 8 points. Still 6 minutes and 38 seconds left. The action is back. Let's see what will happen between two teams. Any substitutions? I mean, Noel for the Thunder has been giving them second chance opportunities. The problem is Thunder have not been able to convert on those second chance opportunities. As the Portland Trailblazer fans trying to get into it, as Damian Lillard has the ball guarded by Russell Westbrook. Now he's got Lillard with multiple screens. 13 seconds on the shot clock, guarded by Schroeder, trying to pressure him. Nice behind the back dribble, gets into the paint, rises up, gets the nice little touch, and he gets the floater to fall. Oh man, you know what time it is now. It is Dame time, and the crowd knows it. 91-81 is the score. 10-point lead. Here comes Schroeder, who silences the crowd, knocking down a mid-range shot from the right side of the court. 91-83 is the score. 8-point lead for the Portland Trailblazers. Lillard with the ball again. Nobody else you'd rather want the ball in than Damian Lillard or CJ McCollum, as CJ pulls up. Too short on that one. Gets his own miss. Now he hands it right off to Evan Turner. Back to CJ. CJ pulls up from the corner. Not able to knock the 3 down, as Paul George comes down with the rebound. 5 minutes and 39 seconds left in this fourth quarter. PG-13 splits the defenders, takes 2 steps, and gets to the hole. Nice layup and move by Paul George. His offense is starting to come alive in this fourth quarter. 91-85, 6-point lead for the Blazers. Now Evan Turner backing down, almost loses the ball. Ball is on the floor. Bodies on it, trying to save it. And let's see, it's going to be a jump ball, or is it going to be a timeout? No, it's going to be a jump ball between former teammates Enes Kanter and Steven Adams. What a play right here by Paul George. Look at this. Splitting Kanter and Aminu, going straight to the hole. Great play and athleticism. Great job by Paul George to absorb the contact and just stay with the play and stay focused. As the jump is up, but Evan Turner is able to get it for the Portland Trailblazers. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Lillard's got to go quick. Tries to bounce it to his teammate, but it's going to be a kick ball. So now that gives lucky play by the Portland Trailblazers. They get a reset shot clock of 14 seconds as Westbrook is limping. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Let's check out this replay right here. Let's see what happens here. Nothing seemed to happen, but Portland Trailblazers with the ball. Here comes Lillard. Nice little step back behind the arc. 3-ball. No, not able to hit as Schroeder comes up with the rebound. 91-85 is the score. Now they're feeding it into Jeremy Grant. Grant using his strength, trying to get that one right over Lillard. Instead, foul is called against Lillard and the Portland Trailblazers. So, it's going to be a shooting foul. Jeremy Grant headed to the free throw line to knock down 2 free throws. Portland is in the bonus for the remainder of this quarter, as they're trying to show the replay right here, as Jeremy Grant just getting bodied right there by Damian Lillard. So not a shooting foul, so they'll just go ahead and inbound. So here comes OKC. Russell Westbrook kicking it out to Grant. Grant tries for 3, in and out on that one. OKC could have used that 3 ball to get even closer in this game. Instead, Portland is up by 6, 91-85. Here comes Lillard, guarded by Westbrook, kicking it out to Harkless. Nice ball movement by the Portland Trailblazers. Here comes Enes Kanter, backing down on Adams. Spin move, pump fake, footwork, floater, too short on that one as Adams comes down with the rebound, outlets it over to Russell Westbrook. Now Westbrook finds Schroeder. Schroeder in rhythm, 3 ball. No, too much to the side. Didn't even hit the rim as CJ McCollum comes up with the rebound. 4 minutes left. Feed it into Enes Kanter, who got fouled immediately by Jeremy Grant. Good job by Grant, not allowing Kanter to get that ball up to the rim and complete the play. But unfortunate for the Thunder is that Portland is in the bonus. So now Enes Kanter ready to knock down 2 more free throws. He is 4 for 4 tonight so far. He's got 18 points, looking to make it 20. And he's also averaged 79% from the free throw line, actually, during the regular season, as Enes Kanter not able to knock down the first one, as a timeout on the floor by Billy Donovan before Enes Kanter can knock down that second free throw. So he's going to talk things over as they're showing the percentages right here. I mean, during the regular season, OKC knocked down 35% of their 3 ball from beyond the arc. Today, they're 3 for 29. That is not a good look, and probably one of the main reasons why they are down by 6 points against the Portland Trailblazers. So we're in a timeout break right now, guys. 91-85. Blazers still holding a 6-point lead. Has not really changed as much. Blazers have been in control for the majority of this game. We will see if the OKC Thunder try to make it a late run in this fourth quarter. They still have plenty of game left. 4 minutes and 5 seconds. Let me know who you guys think. Who's going to pull off this victory in Game 1? Are the Thunder going to pull off a nice little comeback, take Game 1 on the road against the Blazers, or are the Blazers just going to quietly hold on to the ball, get some nice stops, and get this victory over the Oklahoma City Thunder? You guys let me know in the chat who you think is going to take this victory. And also let me know who you guys, what series matchup are you interested in seeing? Are you guys going to watch the Bucks against the Pistons? Are you going to watch the Utah Jazz against the Houston Rockets? Let me know in the chat as well, as we are in a timeout break. 91-85 is the score. Portland up by 6 points. So much going on right now between these two teams. I mean, they're both struggling in some areas like that. I mean, Portland leading in turnovers, already with 17 turnovers in the game. But OKC is not far behind with 15. So we will see what changes are made after the timeout. Billy Donovan, pretty sure he knows that, okay, because of that, we will see. As we have a Judah Hood. What's up, Judah? How's it going, my friend? Thank you so much for listening and for putting in the chat, saying Portland and walking. Nice, yeah. I mean, Portland has been in control so far of this game, dude, and it doesn't seem like, unless they make some huge mistakes, huge turnovers, and Paul George or Russell Westbrook knock down some threes, I don't see them trying to come back into this game. But there's still plenty of time. You never know. And then you also said Milwaukee. Yeah, dude, that Milwaukee game is going to be pretty interesting to see. I mean, I still think Bucks, obviously being the number 1 team and just such a well-run team, you have the potential MVP in Giannis Antetokounmpo. So it should be a really fun matchup to see what Blake Griffin and Andre Drummond can do to try to stop Giannis. But that is just easier said than done. So that should be a really fun matchup as well. I'm very excited. Obviously, this is one of the series that I was really excited for in the West, because both teams, I mean, 3rd and 6th seed facing off, but both teams look like they have what it takes to go into the next round. Now, do either one have a chance to beat the Warriors? Maybe. You never know. There could just circumstances that happen, injuries that can happen. So we will see what happens as this series goes on. But we're still in Game 1, 91-85. The game is coming back on, as we're seeing the leading scorers for both teams. Paul George and Russell Westbrook with 20 points apiece. And we have CJ McCollum and Lillard. CJ with 24 and Lillard with 21 respectively. So far, Lillard already knocked down a few buckets in this fourth quarter. They're showing the replay of Lillard being guarded by Westbrook, and he ended up just twisting his right ankle, which was the reason why he was limping a few plays ago. Hopefully it is nothing too big that keeps him out. He is just going to play. He is still on the floor. So here comes Cantor. He ended up missing the first free throw. But let's see if he can knock down the second one to give the Blazers a 7-point lead. No, too strong on that one. And Grant comes up with the rebound for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Less than 4 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. Game 1, Western Conference, round 1 series between the Blazers and the Oklahoma City Thunder, as Russell Westbrook with the tough left-handed layup down the lane, making it look easy. 91-87 is the score. 4-point lead now for the Portland Trailblazers, as Lillard has the ball now. Guarded by Russell Westbrook. Gets a screen by Cantor. Going downhill all the way. Giving it off to Harkless, but there's going to be a whistle on the floor. So it'll be free throws for the Portland Trailblazers. They are in the bonus for the remainder of this fourth quarter. So it's all free throws now. Nice move by Russell Westbrook to get by his former teammate, Enes Kanter. 91-87 is the score. Here comes Lillard at the free throw line. Knocks down the first free throw. And he's averaging 91% from the free throw line this regular season. But he actually missed one today. He's only 2 for 3. But he's got 22 points. Looking to make it 23. Knocks that one down. Nothing but net. 93-87 is the score. 6-point lead for the Portland Trailblazers. Paul George with 20 points, but he's got 5 fouls, so he's got to be very, very careful. Here comes Westbrook going around the Steven Adams screen. Nice little screen and roll. It worked in the first quarter, and it worked again right now. Nice little floater by Steven Adams. 93-89 is the score. 4-point lead for the Blazers. 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Blazers going around, trying to see if they can slow down this game, get a few more buckets and a few more stops. As nice little pass right over to Cantor. Cantor can't finish the left-handed layup. So now here come the Oklahoma City Thunder. Russell Westbrook has the ball, guarded by Lillard, going to his right. Another screen and roll. This time he kicks it out to Schroeder. Schroeder thought about the 3. This time he drives it right at CJ, kicking it out to Grant. Grant for 3. No, too strong. The ball is loose, right into the hands of George. George knocks down the 3 ball for the Thunder. 93-92. 1-point lead for the Portland Trailblazers. This is the closest that the Thunder have been able to get. Can they seize the opportunity? Moda Center here in Portland is getting on their feet. Lillard has the ball. Here he pulls up deep, 3-pointer, buries it. He answers Paul George's 3-pointer back. Oh, Damian Lillard again. I said it before and I'll say it again. Unlimited range for Lillard. Oh, what a play by Lillard. And just like that, Adams couldn't complete the floater. And there's going to be a foul against Jeremy Grant. Damian Lillard is pumped up. 96-92. 4-point lead. I mean, just when you think that, okay, he's not going to take those threes late in the game, right? Nope. He pulls up 5 feet behind the 3-point line and he buries it, showing Westbrook, all right, you're not going to play me up? All right. Now you're going to give me space. I'm going to pull up, knock that 3 ball down, give his team a 4-point lead. It is Dame time in this fourth quarter with 2 minutes and 9 seconds left. Here comes Aminu, who got fouled on the other end. Loose ball foul against the Thunder. Knocks down the first free throw. Makes it a 5-point lead. Damian Lillard, 26 points. 9 for 21 from the field. 5 for 11 from beyond the arc. As Aminu is at the free throw line, trying to make it a 6-point lead. He's 5 for 5 from the free throw line. Hopefully, I did not just jinx him, as he's ready to take his second free throw. Knocks that one down as well. 98-92. 6-point lead again for the Portland Trailblazers. 2 minutes and 7 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Here comes Westbrook and the Oklahoma City Thunders. If they want to get back into this game, they're going to have to do something quick. Let's see as Westbrook hands it off to George. George pulls up, 3 ball. Not able to get into Harkless. Skies for the rebound. Portland is on their feet right now, cheering and pumping up because they are minutes away from getting a victory in Game 1 of this playoff series. Damian Lillard, guarded by Russell Westbrook, has some space. He's waiting for the screen. Lillard Trying to go right at Steven Adams. Goes to the bucket. Kicks it out. Harkless for three from the corner. No. Cantor with another offensive rebound. And now Lillard and the Portland Trailblazers are going to slow it down. They have 9 seconds on the shot clock. Lillard has the ball. Guarded by Jeremy Grant. Here he goes. Nice little dribble. Ends up losing his footing. Grant has the ball. Kicks it right off to Westbrook. And Westbrook gets fouled hard on that play by Harkless. So Westbrook is headed to the free throw line to knock down 2 free throws for the Thunder. Lillard, everybody in Moda Center wanted him to take that three. Instead, he drove it in and then lost his footing. No foul was called. Here comes Westbrook. You knew he was going to take it down to the rim all the way. Foul him or not, he was going to try to get there, whatever it cost. So now here comes Westbrook. 98-92 is the score. Westbrook is perfect from the free throw line, 6 for 6. He's got 22 points tonight. Make it 23 as he knocks down that first free throw. 11. Actually, not 11. 1 minute and 16 seconds left in this fourth quarter. 98-93. It's a 5-point game. Here comes Westbrook at the free throw line. Knocks down the second free throw. Still perfect. 98-94. 4-point lead for the Blazers. Let's see what the Blazers come up with on the offensive end. Are they going to try to, as long as they can try to get a bucket. But the more important thing is going to be on the defensive end for the Blazers. Can they stop Russell Westbrook and Paul George and the Oklahoma City Thunder? Here comes Lillard going around the screen. He's got 7 seconds. Gets a double team. Kicks it out to CJ. CJ going to his left. Step back. Fadeaway jumper. Not able to hit. Look who's there. Cantor with another offensive rebound. Keeping the Trailblazers alive with the lead. Now, less than a minute left. Here comes Lillard. Going right at Steven Adams. Kicks it out. Here comes Aminu from the corner. Not able to knock it down. And Russell Westbrook wrestles that rebound. Falls to the floor. Now it's a turnover. Here comes Harkless. Harkless with the ball for the Blazers. Trying to find his teammates. Here comes Cantor. Cantor giving it off to CJ. Damian Lillard is on the floor. Must have gotten hit trying to save the ball. Now they're going to waste as much time as they can. Here comes CJ going down the lane. Trying to get that ball. Instead it's rejected. Out of bounds by Jeremy Grant. What a defensive effort by Jeremy Grant. Timeout on the floor by the Portland Trailblazers. What a chaotic sequence right now. I mean, it looked like Oklahoma City Thunder was going to have another opportunity to cut down the lead. Instead, they end up losing the ball. What a game, man. Let's see what happens. Timeout on the floor right now. 17.8 seconds left. Blazers are up by 4, 98-94. Interesting to see what the Blazers. I mean, they're gonna have to. Blazers just have to hold on to the ball. That's all they gotta do. Thunder need to get a turnover, or they're gonna have to either start fouling and try to knock down quick shots as they can. So we're in a timeout break right now. Let me catch up right here. Michael Caldwell saying Rockets in a sweep. Damn, really, Michael? You're calling for the Rockets sweep? All right. Good call, my friend. I don't know. To me, that's my second most intriguing matchup is the Utah Jazz against the Houston Rockets. I mean, I feel like they can probably give the Houston Rockets a challenge. So we'll see how it goes. But Michael Caldwell calling for the sweep for the Rockets. And then we have Francisco saying, which team do you support? So my team is the Lakers. They did not make it to the playoffs, as you guys well know. It was just a disappointing year. But I am looking forward to what happens next year. To see what players come on to the Lakers or which coach we will have. Judah Hood saying Spurs Nuggets Game 7. Dude, that series was going to be pretty intense as well. Nuggets could not protect home court. Instead, they ended up losing Game 1 against the Spurs. So now we have the game back. Blazers need to inbound the ball. They give it off to Cantor. Cantor holding onto the ball. Wasting time, drives it in, tries for the bucket, gets that layup to fall, scoop layup, and just like that, that might have sealed the deal for the Portland Trailblazers, giving them a 6-point lead, 100-94. Enes Kanter holding up his left hand, showing off what he just did. He was holding the ball, no foul was called by Oklahoma City. He just took 2 long steps, nice little finger roll off the glass, left hand by Enes Kanter. This man has been the X factor for the Portland Trailblazers, not only on the offensive end, but on the offensive glass as well. He has just done everything right. So far in this game, he's got 20 points. 18 rebounds, a playoff career high. Of those 18 rebounds, 7 of them are from the offensive end, offensive rebounds, second chance opportunities. He is just doing it for the Portland Trailblazers. You have leading scorer Damian Lillard with 26, CJ McCollum with 24, and Enes Kanter with 20. So much good things happening right now for the Portland Trailblazers, and they are seconds away from taking Game 1 against the OKC Thunder. Thunder, at least one of the things that they have to look forward to for the next game is that, okay, you know, we had a bad shooting night, basically, especially from beyond the arc, but we know that it's not going to happen every single game. So that's one of the things that you kind of just have to forget is that, okay, we're not going to shoot just as bad as we did in today's game. So let them have Game 1. That's fine, as long as they still have another opportunity in Game 2 to take one on the road. So now here comes OKC. Both teams with one timeout apiece. 11.4 seconds. Let's see how quick OKC can get a shot up. As they pass it off to Paul George. Here comes George. Has some space. Pulls up. Knocks down the 3-ball. Makes it a 3-point lead. 100-97. Evan Turner has the ball. They're trying to pressure into a turnover. Instead, there's going to be a foul on the floor against the Thunder. So now it's going to be free throw shooting contest for the Portland Trailblazers. Paul George coming up clutch. No surprise there. Doesn't matter if he's missed the majority of his 3 balls. He knows, all right, got one more opportunity. I'm going to take it. And he did just that. 100-97 is the score. 5.5 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Paul George with 26 points, 8 for 24 from the field. Damian Lillard with 2 free throws to try to seal this game for the Blazers. Knocks down the first one, making it a 4-point lead. 2-possession game now for the OKC Thunder. Now here comes Lillard. Leading scorer. He's got 27 points. Make it 28 points. Fourth quarter. Dame time. Damian Lillard trying to pump up this crowd. 102-97 is the score. Timeout by OKC to talk things over. Seeing if they can knock down another clutch 3 to get this game even closer as we go to a timeout break. Whew. Let's see what happens here. As we have Michael Caldwell still a fork in OKC. They are done. I know, dude. I still can't believe that Paul George knocked down at 3, though. But we will see what happens in the last 5.5 seconds. RJ Severino, another upset right there. Yeah, dude. I mean, there's so many upsets. Like yesterday against, first of all, Brooklyn beating Sixers. Then you had the Spurs beating the Nuggets. Then you had, who was that third game? How could I forget? Toronto Raptors against the Orlando Magic, where DJ Augustine buried a 3-pointer to beat the Toronto Raptors in Toronto. So we will see. I mean, so far, Boston protected home court today, and they beat the Indiana Pacers. And now it's looking the same for the Trailblazers. They're going to protect home court. Now let's see what happens in the last 2 games. Will Milwaukee come out on top against the Detroit Pistons? And will Houston beat the Utah Jazz in Game 1? Those would be 2 exciting games to watch for the rest of the day today. 102-99 is the score. Let's see. Actually, I apologize. It was 102-97 is the score with 5.5 seconds. So now here comes Ferguson. Giving it into the hands of Grant. Grant gets an easy 2-hand dunk, making it a 3-point lead. So now Blazers have to inbound. What the Thunder have to do is try to get a turnover. Now here it comes. It's going to be a timeout by Terry Stotts. Didn't want to risk it. Wanted to talk things over with his squad. 102-99 is the score. It's still 3-point lead. The Thunder need a steal in order to get that ball back and take a 3 to send this game into overtime. So we will see what will happen in the final 4 seconds of this game. Billy Donovan trying to talk things over with his squad, how to kind of guard them on the defensive end. Terry Stotts, all he wants is the team to inbound it because he knows that they're going to try to force a turnover or foul them. So now here we go. As we have Thunder on the floor now. Now we have the Portland Trailblazers. Enes Kanter, the X factor for the Portland Trailblazers in this victory. 18 rebounds, a playoff career high. 7 offensive rebounds, a playoff career high as well. And he buried 20 points on his route to those career highs with rebounds. So many second chance opportunities he provided to the Portland Trailblazers. 4.2 seconds left. 102-99. Blazers are going to inbound the ball on their side of the court. All they have to do is inbound the ball. They cannot turn it over. Seth Curry going near the Portland bench on the other side of the floor just in case they throw it to him. But instead they leave Damian Lillard open. He's going to waste as much time as he can. Instead they end up fouling him with 1.9 seconds left. Damian Lillard ready to seal the deal for the Portland Trailblazers and give Portland a 1-0 series lead against the Oklahoma City Thunder. So now here comes Paul George actually with the foul. So he is fouled out of this game. 26 points. Still high, like basic offensive maneuvering by, not offensive maneuvering, but more of like high offense by Paul George considering how bad he was shooting throughout the game. So now here comes Damian Lillard. 5 for 6 from the free throw line. 1.9 seconds left. Blazers are up by 3. 102-99. Just needs to knock down these 2 free throws, and that will be it for Game 1 between the Blazers and the Oklahoma City Thunder. 103-99 as Damian Lillard knocks down the free throw. Blazers chanting MVP for Damian Lillard. Here comes Lillard. Knocks down both free throws. 104-99. 5-point lead. Oklahoma City Thunder let the clock roll down, and that is going to do it for today's game. Final score, 104-99. Very, very close game between these two tough teams in the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Portland Trailblazers. What a fun game to call, though, as Damian Lillard trying to do all he could to try to help his team win. I mean, Russell Westbrook with 24 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, triple-double for Russell Westbrook. You also had Steven Adams with 17 points and 9 rebounds. Paul George with 26 points and 10 rebounds, but that was about it. As for the other end, for the Portland Trailblazers, you had Enes Kanter again, 18 rebounds, 20 points. CJ McCollum with 24 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And Damian Lillard, 30 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. And that was the difference maker. So many second chance opportunities provided by Enes Kanter. And just those 3 balls that Damian Lillard would just knock down. Such a great game. And that is going to do it, guys. Final score, 104-99. That's gonna be the way that Game 1 against these teams is gonna end. But I mean, if it's any indication how it's gonna be the rest of the series, I'm assuming every game is gonna be close, within 2 to 3 points, 4 or 5 points. I mean, unless we see some chance of a blowout. But I'm all for it being this close, almost heading to overtime. I loved it. So that's going to do it, guys. I think we see Judah Hood saying Warriors win it all. Damn, dude. He's calling it already. Warriors going to win it all. That's what Judah said. Guys, thank you so much for everybody that listened. I appreciate you guys. Even if you listen for a few seconds or for a minute, I appreciate you. If you chatted with me, I appreciate you. Thank you, RJ Severino, for coming in. Slobby Nick, Jeremiah Yates, Reed Toxic, Yav Tomar, David Six, Francesco, Michael Caldwell, Judah Hood. I think I got everybody. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you guys listening. If you guys liked the content, make sure to subscribe. I usually do play-by-plays for most of basketball games. I am hoping to do tomorrow's game of the Clippers and the Warriors at 7:30. So if you're interested, make sure to tune in. I'll probably be doing that game late at night. So yeah, again, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you guys listening and coming into the chat and keeping me, interacting with me and keeping me kind of not going crazy and talking to myself. So thank you so much, guys. You guys have a great rest of your Sunday and a great weekend. And thanks again for listening to Thunder against the Trailblazers. They have a 1-0 series lead over the Oklahoma City Thunder. I'll catch you guys in the next video.